I don't know why I played that Cheers, but I don't know what's going on, man. The computer has been acting up. I don't even know how the intro played, or if the intro music played how it should have
Oh
played,
shoot!
or if it was skipping or anything. But we are here, special WrestleMania budget cut podcast. Dope content, empty darkness in the building. We're switching it up to this week. We're not really going over the week in wrestling. We're gonna just cover like some minor things, like whatever stood out to us. But other than that, it's gonna be very WrestleMania based. This is the last podcast before WrestleMania, so we got to make our WrestleMania predictions, and we got to do our ranked WrestleMania tier list. So a lot to get into today. I'm not gonna hold you time because we started late because of my stupid ass computer issues. Pretty mad about that. It's been a frustrating afternoon slash evening. But Dark, how was your day?
My day was pretty good. Pretty good. I had a birthday from the family that I had to go to. Did some running around, did some last minute gift shopping. But yeah, today was my day off. It felt real nice. I went to a Limitless show last night, so it felt real nice to be able to not have to go to work in the morning. I was able to just properly recover from the day. My voice is still recovering, but for the most part, it was still pretty good. And that Limitless show was real fun last night. You can see the card up in the kind of upper left corner of my screen. Really, really good show. So, what about you, Dope? I know you've been having some issues. I saw you tweet out
Bruh.
some technical difficulties, but
Man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Shout out to Max in the building, man. Make sure you follow my guy Max. Always coming through showing love.
hey,
He's killing it with his podcast with Darkness as well. So make sure you follow them. Oh man, dude. All right, so Saturday was cool. it was off day. I didn't have no gigs or nothing, right? Saturday
yep.
was cool. Bet. Cool. I streamed the Razor Ramon story yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, when I went to 2K, everything was fine. Went to 2K, and all of a sudden, it's just like the CPU went from 2 and 3% to just 30, 34. And then it dropped to like 15, and it goes back up to 38. If I moved my mouse, that'll instantly make it jump up like 20%. I'm like, what is going on? This don't never happen. So I did the stupid update. I wish I didn't do it. It kind of tricked me into it because when I was uploading it, it just popped up and I was clicking and it ended up clicking on update. So I really wasn't trying to do that on purpose. What's up, Rob? Rob talking about LOBS, man, dude. L computer right now. So we get through that. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do the jumpy stream. I'm not about to do that already. So let's just raid somebody.
Baron says Dope already ran, bro. Dope's been through some
If
shit,
you knew
Baron.
about my day,
Dope has been through some shit.
if you knew about my day, man. But look, so I was like, forget that. I'm not about to do the jumpy stream. We're not about to do that here. So just raided somebody. I forgot who I raided, but I just raided. I was like, let's do that. So we get here today. New internet finally come in. I've been waiting for a week. New internet finally come in. I'm like, shit, yes. Internet fired. 400 megabits no matter where I go in the house. Killing. I'm like, I ain't got to worry about shit tonight with the internet. With Melon, right? Tested out OBS again. Using up shitload of CPU. Even when I just take away all of my background and all that stuff. Still use. I'm like, yo, what's going on? This never happens. Microsoft Edge normally don't ever use CPU. Use a shitload of CPU. So I started, going through settings, watching videos of what to do. Did a couple of things. Wow, it was working. Cool. Decided to do some more shit. I get completely locked out of my computer and I couldn't get back in. No matter what I did, I tried to reset it to safe mode. I tried to reset the pad. I couldn't do nothing. Nothing worked. Bet. Only thing I had to do was like hard reset it to basically from like I just got a new computer, basically. Had to get rid of all my shit. All my apps are gone. Like all of my editing files and audio edits, all of it is like all that shit. I have to find it because I don't remember every single website that I use by heart, and then I have to re-sign into everything if I can remember all my passwords, and then yeah, I'm starting over, and I'm still on melons, so I'm pissed off about that. But the internet is working. The internet is working. I ain't got no issues with that. The internet is killing right now. So that is what it is. But like even my voice mod that I represent, that I that I'm sponsoring, I guess I should say, I can't even use that right now because it's not on my computer. So I don't have voice mod either right now. So it's just, bruh, Rob, shut your ass up. If you ask the computer to politely to work, shut up, man. You ain't trying to hit none of that. So yeah, that was my day, man, and that's why we starting late. But we are here. We are here. Hopefully, we have no issues. I didn't really get to test Melon out that much because of the other computer issues. So we'll see what happens. But let's get right into it, man. We're gonna let me just ask you this: did anything stand out for you this week, good or bad? Either company. Let's just do it like that.
Let me go and let me go here and find out, see if anything really stood out. But off the top of my head, Cole and Lethal had a really good match on Dynamite. Ricky and what's his name? Swerve also had a really dope match on Rampage. I didn't like the ending, but the entire match actually was really well, and it kind of built up to their rivalry. So that was good. What else? Dax and Hardwood was Dax and Punk was interesting for the fact that he was kind of acting. He wasn't really acting like a face. Baron, no talk about Stardom. No, no talking about Stardom, by the way. I haven't watched the show, so I don't want any type of spoilers. I'm saying that right now. Baron, I see you talking about Stardom in here. I still have to watch it next week.
Everybody's excited about Veer. Yes. Veer is fine. We finally got a date on Veer. Yes.
What year is he coming, though? All I saw was April 4th. Which year?
Next year? Shout out to Tony, by the way. Get the tables. Make sure y'all follow them. Shout out real quick. Like, mod is not in here yet.
But yeah, I can't really think of anything else that really stood out this week off the top of my head. Can you think of anything? Yeah, Brock Lesnar doing a jump kick off the top of the announce table. That was pretty funny. Nobody was talking about that. That was pretty hilarious.
Brock
oh my goodness.
Doing whatever the fuck he wants. And he's not caring about nothing right now. He's just going out there like, hey, I'm here. I'm gonna do whatever I want. End of the story. So
just having a good time.
I appreciate the effort him and Roman are putting in because the storyline that they're giving them is not the best, but they're making it work to the best of their ability. So yeah, I appreciate them. I appreciate the effort those two are putting in because it's so many other ways you could get these guys on TV and send messages to each other without, oh, Roman's doing a promo. Oh, Roman is running from Brock. Oh, Roman is doing a promo. Oh, Roman is running from Brock. Like, okay, bruh. Like
every week.
They don't even have to touch it. They don't even have to fight each other. Just like, hey, bro, just Brock beats up some randoms in the back just to send a message to Roman. Roman go out and beat whoever ass in the ring on SmackDown. That sends a message to Brock. Bruh, it's just so much. It's so many things they can do that they're not doing, but they just got these people coming out and yay, Brock is here. Brock is in the locker room. Like, who? It's at the end of the show. Roman, why do you care that Brock is in your locker room? And talk about, you better get out of my locker room. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna come smash you. There's 5 minutes left in the show. Who cares? You ain't been there the whole time. It's not your locker room.
In 5 minutes, you're about to move to a different arena, a different state, different place. What are you talking about, bro?
So Melon is already acting up. I'm trying to put a WrestleMania photo up, but it ain't letting me do that.
Oh, jeez. Is another good thing that happened this week was the Kevin Owens intro for Raw this week. That was probably the best thing for WWE this year. That was hilarious. Because they bought that twice. I couldn't believe that. They actually thought there were people holding up their kids. There were people I saw the same dude that was at the AEW show when CM Punk came back. There was like a camera shot of him going like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" I saw him in the crowd when he thought Stone Cold was coming back doing the same thing. I was like, "No fucking way!" And they got his ass twice, bro. Like, that shit was hilarious. And, oh, man.
Yes.
And then, like, the next day, people on 2K22 released that Kevin Owens skin. Coming out with the bald cap and everything.
I saw that.
Oh, man, that was funny. Holy smokes. That was wild.
That's disrespectful to Beth and Santino, Rob. To compare them to Tamina and Tozawa. That's disrespectful.
Very.
Very disrespectful. I don't like. Why is it even on TV? Especially with 2 weeks left until Mania. Why is it on TV? Like, I don't understand that. Why does Ricochet and Finn Balor not have a match for Mania, but Ricochet is losing to Los Lotharios, and now he's fighting both of them in a triple threat match next week? This is a tag team, and this is a tag team that just lost to who did they lose to the week before? Was it the Usos? No, it was, who did they lose to? Oh, it was Shinsuke and Bugs. They just lost, and all of a sudden they in a triple threat match for the IC title, and they both beat Ricochet on his first time out with the title.
Yeah.
Like, and then Finn and Damian Priest is in the Battle Royal Friday. Like, what are we doing, bro? Rob said he fell for it too, the Kevin Owens thing. See, Rob, easily fooled, man.
Wow.
Like, what are we doing? So that stands out to me. Ronda Rousey better not win the damn title. I'm sorry. After that promo Friday,
she will.
I might get kicked out.
Bro,
I ain't never pulled for Charlotte so hard in a match.
Gracious. Ronda does not care about this match at all. Oh God, you can tell. This crowd is definitely getting to her. It for sure is. It for sure is.
But they not even really booing her this time.
Yeah,
they're actually just sitting there.
Yeah, but everybody's roasting her. Exactly. It's the exact same thing that we've been mentioning for weeks. It's like that she doesn't care, that she's just phoning it in. And at some point, she's hearing all of this shit, and that's what's probably pissing her off. That's the type of shit that's making her not care. She's just like, oh, they think that I'm phoning it in. They think that I don't care. They think this, that, and the third. Well, then, all right. And it's just like, okay, whatever. Ronda's just, this second run for Ronda just hasn't been it.
Bruh, it is horrible. It looks like Omos is getting a match at Mania
with Bobby Lashley.
Well, that's what the dirt sheet says, I guess. That's what the rumors say. I don't really get into rumors, but somehow they still pop up on my timeline. they still pop up on the timeline. It hasn't been this much this week as it normally is. So this week was actually better. So I appreciate that. Oh Lord, Mrs. Dope. She said she is dressing up as Rhea Ripley and for Mania.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
So expect to see her and her leather and all that. So we're gonna see how this. We're gonna see how this go. Better not get us kicked out. That's all I'm gonna say. She better not get us kicked out.
The Rhea Ripley cosplay coming to Mania.
Oh man.
That's oh shoot, Dope. Who you going as?
Me? Shit.
Man.
Hey, nobody else. I'm gonna be comfortable. Hell, I don't know what I don't know what they talking about.
Oh shoot.
But I'm trying to think what else. Seth Rollins is killing his storyline. He's absolutely killing his storyline. I'm glad that I'm telling you, man, he's setting up the Undertaker real nice, man. I'm just saying. He's setting up the Undertaker real nice. This is gonna be great.
Jeez Louise, get out of here.
When the Undertaker say boom and everybody go crazy. The Undertaker choke slam and then tombstone him with maybe a big boot. He might do a big boot.
Don't do that.
Yeah, 3 moves and that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Nope.
And then Cody comes out Monday according to everybody else. So yeah.
Don't do that. Oh shoot. Oh, Dope Mysterio at WrestleMania.
It's too hot for that mask. Hey, get off the stream. Why you go somewhere? Go lay down or something. What the hell? What you doing? You won't be on stream no more.
Oh shoot.
Nah, he ain't doing the last ride, Rob. He ain't got that in him no more.
He ain't doing nothing. He's not gonna be there, y'all. Get out of here.
Hey, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
Goodness. Oh boy.
As far as AEW, I'm a little surprised Swerve lost, but I'm not really because they setting up a tag match with him and Keith Lee versus Ricky Starks. Plus the title was on the line, so I didn't really see. I was confused on who they was gonna have win there, but that was a good match. Very good match. Let me see what else went on. Impact was Moose went to Josh Alexander's house, and while his wife and child was there, and pissed Josh Alexander off. So they went
racist. What?
They went fighting backstage. And Josh Alexander almost threw Moose off the damn attempted murder on TV, by the way, because he literally tried to kill this man. Like, they on this high ass balcony backstage, and you see the camera, and Moose look scared to death, and a whole bunch of wrestlers come in like, "What are you doing, Josh?" Josh is about to throw this man over this balcony on pure concrete, like attempted murder. You can only get away with that in wrestling, and don't go to jail. But hey, it is what it is.
Bro, Impact is on another level, bro. I'm saying.
So Impact is doing that thing as well. They took place in the ECW, the old ECW arena in Philly, so that was nice to see that. Matt Cardona took out Mickey James. He just don't care. Like, Chelsea Green was out there distracting Mickey James while she was going head to head with Tasha Steele, and then Matt Cardona just come out of nowhere and hit her with the Rough Rider and just laid her out. So that was crazy. Trying to think what else happened this week, man.
Yeah, that turn by Chelsea was awesome. She was playing the hell out of that too, because I guess it leaked that she was turning the week prior, and so she was just playing the hell up out of it. Like, she posted a video of her taking like an Instagram picture, like a set of pictures. Right after that, she just slipped off the wrist and then the cast, and then just started walking like everything was fine. And then she's just like, "Gotcha, bitches." And then she retweeted. She had bookmarked a bunch of like tweets from like major like publications that had said, "Oh, she's going in for surgery," and just retweeted all of them. And then she's saying, "You guys really thought that I injured myself? Like, are you guys kidding me?" I was just like, man. Yeah, these two really are like the Edge and Lita of this generation. It's fantastic.
It's crazy. She did the same thing in the ring. She hit Mickey with a cast and then took the cast off and all that. Like, see, I'm perfectly fine and all that. What happened to Emma? Emma, she had a segment backstage on Impact. Was it Caleb with the K? What was the guy name? That's with him.
Caleb with the K. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's basically questioning him You know, are you loyal to me or are you loyal to the Iconics, the inspiration, I should say. So he's backstage running away from her, and he ended up running into Madison Rain's talk show, and it was just weird. That whole segment was weird. So nothing really to talk about there. You say the girl that popped bubbles, Rob. I need you to watch something else outside of WWE, my guy.
Oh gosh.
Like, please watch something outside of WWE. There's a whole bunch of other wrestling. Um, you need the Iconics back, Rob? Nah, we good. Let them stay where they are because at least, yeah, I'm not gonna go into the whole women's tag division in WWE because that'll add 30 minutes because I'm a rant if I do that. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Let's get into it. Let's do WrestleMania predictions first for this upcoming WrestleManias, and then we'll go into the WrestleMania tier. So I just put the link in the chat if you guys want to join the show for the WrestleMania predictions and the WrestleMania tier list where we rank the top WrestleManias. I guess we're gonna do what we say we're gonna do 15 to 36.
15 to 36. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean we could do all of them, but it's a lot of young people in here that don't remember all the WrestleManias. So we'll start at 15, Attitude Era, where the Stone Cold era started, basically. Actually started 14. But let's throw 14 in there. Okay. And then we'll do that from 36. But let's do the predictions. Let me get the WrestleMania card up if you don't have it already. Let me pull that up real quick. I should have been doing that while I was talking about my rent. I was trying to think about what happened during the week. Let me ask you this. So if WrestleMania sells 65,000 tickets each night instead of 80 to 100,000, do you still consider that successful?
If they're doing it, 65 2 nights instead of 80,000 in one night?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? I mean, yeah.
So instead of like, because the goal was originally to get like 90,000 to 100,000 again both nights, but of course things are different. Everybody money is not the same as it was, then, and it's 2 nights instead of one. Like if this was one night, they probably would have got 100,000 again, but it's 2 nights. So right now they're both looking at like 60,000 to 65,000 for both nights.
Do they normally get 100,000? They don't normally get that much though. When they do one night.
Well, when they came with 32, it was 90. It was like 90,000. They said 100,000, but it was really like 90,000. That was here.
Yeah. So at this point already, then with the tickets sold, they've already broken that number. Doing it in 2 nights. So doing it in 2 nights. Oh, Max says that he's gonna hop on for this this thing. So
okay,
all right, Max. I'll put the link in here. So give us a second.
I'm still pulling up the WrestleMania card.
All right, but yeah, if that's the case, no, like doing it in 2 nights, you've already surpassed even your highest, which was like 90. So, because you said if it's 60 each, then that means you're at 120. Yeah. So I would say that the 2 night thing is way more successful, and it's not as much of a burnout than if you're having the longer manias that last 7 hours a show. You're not having as much of a catastrophe as what was it? The MetLife Stadium WrestleMania, where people were there until midnight, and then the train stopped going, the taxi stopped going, people were just stranded at MetLife. They couldn't have anywhere to go. So I think this is just a W all around, just doing it in 2 nights rather than one. So I'm a big proponent of the 2 night manias. So
yeah, especially with all the extra matches that I really don't care for, but it's good that it's 2 nights. I was just wondering how people were looking at it because I've seen back and forth. You know how IWC is. My allergies kick my ass. You know how the IWC is with oh man, they can't get 100K each night, and then you got some like, well, shit, it's right now it's at 65K each night. Which is more than what they had total for one night. Then it's like, well, but it took 2 nights to do it, and so I've just been seeing it back and forth, and I'm just like, I look at it as if you can fill that stadium twice with over 50K, I look
Then
at that
that's a
as
win.
successful
That's a
because
win. Yeah,
that's still a lot of people for
absolutely.
each night. So, and
Yeah.
this time last week when we did the podcast, they had it structured because it was tickets wasn't reaching nowhere near 90 to 100K. So they actually restructured the stadium setup to 55K because they was like at 52 when we did our podcast Sunday. So throughout the week, they opened up more areas again, and now both nights are looking around 60 to 65,000. So they
Yeah, I think.
sold more tickets this past week somehow.
Yeah, I think that number is a good number. I think that's I think that's a fair number. Uh, to see if that's the if they've reached success or not. I think
Yeah.
if they reach 50,000, because if you get if you're selling 40,000 both nights, you're only getting 80,000. That's a good number, but for WrestleMania, that's not great. I think if you're reaching up at 50,000 or at least above, I think you're all set. I think that's a good number. So, and since they're doing that, then they're fine. Yeah, I don't think. I really think that they should keep this 2-night thing, especially if they want to do the thing where they want to try and get as many people on the cards as they can with the roster that they have, which seems to be what they're trying to do, is just put everybody at WrestleMania. Then
Right.
they should just keep these 2-night cards. Yeah, because this 1-night card is just I don't have the energy for it. I remember WrestleMania 35, and we'll talk about it, but it was a marathon.
I just rewatched that the other
Oh,
day,
man.
and I told Push about it. I was like, it wasn't as bad as people originally said it was. It was just long as hell, but it was actually a good card. But we'll get into that later. So we got to do stand and deliver too. I forgot about that. But let's start off with the WrestleMania since I got it pulled up already. This is directly from WWE.com. So if anything is not said, it's not announced on their website. So Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Who do you have?
Pat McAfee.
Do you think Vince McMahon get involved?
Yes, I think he will. I think he'll show up at the end maybe and just like smack what's his name, Theory, for losing or some shit like that. Or maybe he'll come out midway through the match, and then once Theory starts losing, he'll just walk away like disappointed or something like that. But I think Theory's gonna lose the match to McAfee.
Pat hasn't won a match yet. I think the way they're trying to push Austin, like if Pat lose, it don't really matter because Pat go right back to the table and just be just fine until somebody else pisses him off and he has another match. I think the important thing for Pat is just to put on the show. But I think Pat is gonna lose again, and he's gonna stay winless in WWE. So I got Austin winning just because I see them trying to push Austin, and you can't just have Austin lose to Pat McAfee. So if you're trying to push him the way I think they're trying to push him, so I'm gonna go with Austin on that.
All right.
The women's tag team championship match. I don't even know why. I don't even want to go over this. But Queen Zelina and Carmella the champs versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan all of a sudden versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler all of a sudden. Who do you have winning that?
I'll just go with Naomi and Sasha. But in all honesty, I have no dog in this fight. I don't give a shit who wins. This is just a match to get the women on the card. So
you don't give a shit, man. Wow. Gasp, y'all.
Oh shoot!
I'm with you. I'm going because it should have been Sasha and Naomi from jump. So, and they've been killing it, and they look more like a tag team than anybody. Maybe outside of Liv and Rhea, but yeah, Sasha and Naomi better win it. Sasha hasn't won a match at Mania yet. That has to change. Like,
has she not won a match still?
She has not won a match in Mania. That has to change this Mania.
That's hilarious. Good lord. Wow.
Then we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match: RK Bro versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy.
Is there not another team? Is this not a fatal 4-way?
Nope. Triple threat.
Oh. I feel like RK Bro's gonna retain.
You know what I said last week, so RK Bro loses, Randy attacks Riddle, and then that sets up WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, I feel like RK Bro's gonna retain in this. I think
Randy's
the turn is gonna come later.
Randy's
think
a
they're gonna
little too
retain
friendly
at,
right now.
I think they're gonna retain here. I think they'll still keep him.
I think the Street Profits. I think the Street Profits gonna shock everybody and win. They've been.
I would like that.
They've been looking pretty strong and borderline heelish. So we'll see. I like what they're doing right now. So I think the Street Profits win, and then Randy gets upset, and he's been setting it up. Oh, I'm having the most fun I've ever had. This is my only friend I've ever had. Like, oh, you damn snake. You damn snake. Like, he's setting it up for his turn. Because when he turned, everybody goes, oh my God. Nah, yeah. Randy's turning. So I'm going to say they lose to the Street Profits. Alpha Academy. Oh, well. Alpha Academy is in the building. We have Max joining us in the building. Shout out to my guy Max. Good to see you as well. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right.
I've been better. I've been better. But we're good. We're good. So, we're here. So
dude.
Do you want to give predictions on the 3 matches we went over already, Max? Or you just want to keep going from where we started?
I agree with you. I don't see fucking Pat beating Austin Theory because they're putting too much into Austin Theory. You're not going to squash a star that you're building with your commentator. You're not going to do that.
Right.
But we know Pat can put on a fucking burner. He did it with Cole. So we know he'll put on a. This will probably be Idol's best match he's ever had in the WWE.
Could be, man. I think that match is going to steal the show, low key. I think that match is going to steal the show. But yeah, Pat. I don't see Pat winning. Pat is going to put on a fire match with Austin, 2 athletic guys, and then he's going to lose. Anything on the women's tag?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that women's tag division is so fucked up because, you know, those teams aren't real teams. They're just going to turn on each other the next few months and feud with each other. So it's pointless. None of those teams are actually real teams. So I don't even care about that division right now. That shit's pointless until you get an actual team together because none of them are real teams. They're all just singles wrestlers put together. It makes no sense.
And it's the same cycle. Once whoever else win it, they go have the title 2 months, and then they gonna lose it, and then they're gonna fight each other and break up. So, yeah. There's some more random teams.
I think the same thing too. I think RK Bro's gonna retain their shit.
Okay. Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
Knoxville, baby!
Stop that. Stop that. He
I
better.
think we're gonna see the whole Jackass crew.
Yeah, Wee Man. There we go. He's gonna help get the dub.
He said Bailey's almost here to save the division. I think Sammy's gonna legit kick his head off again like he did on SmackDown a few weeks ago.
We're gonna see Steve-O pop up. We're gonna see Preston. We're gonna see all of them pop up. We're gonna see the whole crew try to help him win this match because it's a street fight. As soon as I heard that, I was like, "This is gonna be a shit show."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, the Jackass crew is gonna totally help win this match, dude. Sammy doesn't have a chance.
Yeah. Dang.
This is just a comedy match. Sammy's not winning this match for sure, dude. This is just a comedy match. Sammy's done.
Okay, I'm with you now. I forgot it was a street fight, so I'm with you now. I got Johnny on there too now. Universal Championship, winner take all. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Who do you have?
Brock Lesnar.
No.
It makes the most sense for him to win. It makes the most.
What?
Absolutely. Why doesn't it make sense for him to win? Tell me why it doesn't make. Tell me why it doesn't make sense for him to win, and then I'll go. You guys both tell me. Go ahead.
Because Brock
Tell
is
me
not
why.
gonna be around like that. I know he's advertised for Money in the Bank.
Isn't that the next one? Isn't that the next show?
Is it?
Yeah. So, what happened when?
Is WrestleMania is Backlash, and then Extreme Rules, I believe.
Okay, so if WrestleMania Backlash is after that, then Extreme Rules, then he can still lose the title. What happened? What happened when Becky lost the title? When Becky won both titles? What happened at the show right after that? She immediately dropped the title.
Did she?
Yes. Immediately. She did not defend both belts.
Well, okay,
I
but
don't
it
know if
wasn't a unification though. They was just
They're-
2 belts.
Yes. This is not. They're not going to unify these titles.
But
Fox
there's
and
already-
USA are going to want to have.
Did you
two
see the
titles.
inflatable that they already have down in Texas and all the images and stuff they have? It says Universal World Heavyweight Champion. It's a
Yeah.
title that looks just like the Universal title. It has red diamonds on it with a blue streak on the bottom. It's all their. It's the 2 shows' colors, but it says Universal World Heavyweight Champion. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Roman even made sure to say that at the end of SmackDown too.
so
I'm
I
gonna
think
be
that's
the
gonna be the
Universal-
unified title.
Yeah, it's the unified title.
Stupidest
just
idea
gonna
in
go
the
on
world,
both
but
shows.
yeah.
I'm telling you guys.
Roman is winning. That's who
Roman is not winning this match. Brock is gonna win. It makes the most sense. Brock wins the title, has 2 belts, or whatever. You can, if you guys say they have a belt that they're already made, fine. They can put the belts together. Guess what's gonna happen? The Bloodline and Roman are gonna cause them the titles to be split again, and they're gonna have 2 titles on 2 brands.
Nah,
That's all
man.
that's gonna happen.
Nah, I don't believe that one. I'm going with
I
Roman.
know. You want Roman? Roman's your boy. Roman's your
Going
boy.
Roman,
I
man.
get it. But I'm just saying.
Well, it's just Roman's been on this road to Roman's on this road to redemption right now. He's beat everybody who's beat him or made him look like a clown in his career. The last person that he needs to get over that we all know is Brock Lesnar. That's the one person every time he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm the baddest."
He's
We knew
beat
Brock
Roman.
was the one guy that
Beat
put him in
Roman.
his spot.
I mean, he's beaten Lesnar. He's beaten Brock multiple times.
He
But
beat him
not
last,
this
yeah,
kind
Crown
of
Jewel,
caliber,
He beat him
not
at
like on a
and he beat him at
WrestleMania caliber.
SummerSlam. He beat him clean at SummerSlam.
That's SummerSlam. That's not WrestleMania.
Did he fight him at SummerSlam?
Yes, he beat him at SummerSlam.
That was Cena.
No, that was the Roman. Roman beat him clean at SummerSlam.
No, I'm saying Roman beat Cena at SummerSlam.
No, that was not at last year's SummerSlam. I'm saying he's beaten Lesnar in the past at SummerSlam. Clean.
Oh well, we don't remember that, so that don't count, man.
I'm telling you, Brock is winning this match. Brock is winning. Roman is your guys' boys, but I'm telling you, Brock is that's the reality of this match.
The way
That's
I
what
see it,
Vince wants. That's what Vince wants. I'm telling you.
the way I see it, if all the dirt sheets and the fans are right about their predictions, I say Roman wins, Cody show up Monday, the next Monday. Because I mean,
I've
Roman
not-
is the
who
ultimate
said that?
heel. Cody's gonna come in as the face. Who said? Man, all you hear is Cody.
Yeah, but
And the
no,
dirt
I'm saying
sheets-
what Cody. But who said Cody and Roman is a program?
It's a
I
couple
haven't
of
heard that.
It's a couple of people been saying that on Twitter. It's a couple of streamers that's been saying that should happen. Like that's what a lot of people think is gonna happen if he don't come and face Seth, which is not gonna happen because it's gonna be Seth and Undertaker. I'm trying to tell you, but it's yeah, that's what people think. A lot of people think that, and like it's gonna be funny. That's another reason I want Roman to win because it's gonna be funny if Roman show up Monday and you still don't see Cody. I'm gonna laugh my ass off because everybody's gonna be pissed. And I'm like, it's your fault. Just like I said last week, it's your fault. You're reading dirt sheets thinking WWE ain't announced nothing. So y'all need to start taking things as it is for what it is. Watch the show and just leave it at the show. Stop trying to get backstage and trying to learn all the details of this and that. That's why you can't enjoy nothing. Watch the show for what it is and leave it for what it is. If the show sucked, it sucked. If the storyline was good, it was good. That's it. Leave it at that. Stop
Exactly.
trying to know everything.
If Brock Lesnar beats Roman, he beats Roman. That's it.
I mean, he beats Brock. He beats Brock. That's it. I mean, just saying. I'm telling you, thank you, Lizard. Thank you.
But I mean, with both of them though, where do you go after WrestleMania if Brock's the champ or Roman's the champ? Where do you go from there? Who beats Roman? Who beats Brock?
I told you what happens in Brock's scenario. What the problem is, that is the problem. Who beats Brock after that scenario? You go right back to Roman and Brock. That's the issue. The issue is,
we can't do that. We can't do that.
Well, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That's the problem. This is the problem, and that's why putting the titles together is a terrible idea, because this is eventually what's gonna happen again. You're gonna have to come back to this feud. You have built both of these guys up too much, and you haven't built anybody else up. At least if the titles are separated, you have a second person that can hold a top belt. If all of that's going to happen is that one person is holding a belt, it's either going to be Roman, it's either going to be Brock. The only time that those belts can change hands is when one or the other is having this belt. You'll just have
Bobby Lashley.
A game of ping pong. Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley.
The guy that can't pass the fucking concussion protocol?
Well, when he comes back and beat Omos, that's gonna put him back on the level right there.
Oh Lord.
Hey, speaking of somebody that's coming, he hasn't been there. I wasn't excited at first. I'm very excited to see this guy now. I watched this last college final championship, whatever you want to call it. Gable Steveson. I'm excited to see this guy in WWE now, because I knew he was strong and I knew he was built, but this guy's a freaking athlete. And he's way more athletic than I thought he was. I think he's going to be very good once he gets his feet wet in WWE. So I wasn't excited at first. I was like, yeah, whatever, but that guy, I'm looking forward to see what he has now.
See, the only problem with that is you can be an amazing athlete, but if you can't carry this,
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, I can't.
That's
really
what's
judge.
said.
I can't
Tell
really
me
judge
Bobby
his
Lashley
interviews.
wouldn't have been a champion 10 years ago if he actually had promo without a voice that sounded like a chipmunk.
But I mean, who says they don't give him a manager? Who says?
I mean, it'd be the smart thing to do.
Lashley currently wouldn't be where he is right now if MVP didn't come back and join him.
Yeah, so like, who says
they have to give him a manager? If he can't.
That's my only worry for
him.
him. If he can't talk on the mic, it's gonna fucking hurt his career, because he is athletic as shit. But if he can't talk on that mic and do a good promo, they're gonna be really hard on him.
Yeah, which has always been the dumbest thing in this company.
I mean, look, they got Omos doing promos now, and he's trash on the mic. And then he rushed everything he says, and he's trying to sound like a monster the whole time.
But he's big.
I'm gonna do everybody. You don't give me a match at WrestleMania. Oh, head ass. So shut up. I don't want to hear that. Why are you getting a match at WrestleMania and Finn and
listen? Okay. He's big and he sounds stupid. That's exactly what Vince wants in a big man. You don't need to sound smart. You don't need to have great mic skills. All you need to do is have a deep voice and just go fee fi fo fum. And if you can do that, then boom, you are great. So look at Great Khali. Great Khali just spoke in Punjab and then just walked out to the ring. This man had the skinniest legs you'll ever see in a person, but because he had puffy pants, he was able to get over. He beat The Undertaker, just in record time.
He killed Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio died like 16 times in WWE. That man is immortal for real. You can't kill Rey. Dude, he squashed his head. That boy done got thrown off buildings.
Oh my god.
Big Show took him on the stretcher and just slammed his ass straight. Like, good Lord, Rey Mysterio. That man will not die for real. That's where Matt Hardy got it from. He got it from Rey. He stole Rey's identity. He will not die.
The way he thinks.
True. Yeah, got it. Magically got his eyeball back. I'm like, good Lord, Rey. Rey has been through some shit in WWE.
That's why he made the cover of the game.
Right. Like, look, give me something here.
Oh shoot.
But let's get into Saturday, WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Who do you have?
Max, I'll let you take this one. Go ahead.
So my only thing is, if Charlotte loses to Ronda, Charlotte's gonna go after whoever the winner is between Becky. I mean, yeah, Becky and what's her name? Fucking Bianca. So it's not really fair. I know they're gonna put on Ronda, but Charlotte's gonna get thrown right into a title match right after this on SmackDown. So I think Ronda's gonna win it because they're gonna have her there for a few months. They said. So you know how they are. They got to make that money while she's there. But it seems like another pointless fucking match. It seems like another match where it's like, okay, she beats Charlotte. So what happens to Charlotte? She's just going to challenge the winner over at SmackDown, whoever it is.
I mean, bro, Ronda is so trash.
Her punches are awful. Her punches are awful.
I'm not even talking about that. It's just the attitude,
Everything.
the promos. Why is
The
so
package.
dry?
It's the package. It's the whole package. It's terrible.
You could tell back then when she first came, she gave a damn. Like now, she's like, I'm here for the money. I'm here for whatever reason that she's there because I don't understand it. Like she's doing promos. You're talking about a WrestleMania match, and you're supposed to be in the main event Saturday, and you just have, well, Charlotte comes out with an arm. I'm gonna take her arm away from her, and I'm gonna just kick her ass at Mania, and I'm gonna be the SmackDown the women's SmackDown champion. I mean, why do you have to say women anyway? I mean, I'm just gonna be the SmackDown champion.
Wow.
Like what?
Damn, Ronda, why? Can I ask you a question while we have you here right now?
Yes. What is it? What?
It was
that
rough
is
to
exactly
watch on that promo. I was like,
oh my
God.
Lord.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, this isn't like the least excited for a match. Oh my Lord.
Hold on, listen.
More people dropping shit.
Good gracious.
All I'm saying is, if Ronda win her match, bro, I'm leaving the stadium, bro. Like I swear to God, I'm walking right the fuck out, bro.
Like this isn't the worst match on the card. Like this isn't like, and this isn't like, because there's other matches on there's other matches on at Mania, like what is it called, McIntyre and Happy Corbin, that I don't even care. Like why is that? That could have been on the SmackDown before Mania or something. This didn't even need to be on the show. But like,
put that on that SmackDown with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal that they're doing this Friday.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So like, this isn't the worst match on both Manias, but this is a major title match that's happening on the card, and this is probably the least excited I am for a title match on that card. Even out of all of the what is it called, the tag matches.
Yeah.
I would put this at like the same level as the what is it called, the Ladies Gauntlet match, because I don't care for either of them like that.
I ain't gonna put it that low, but I mean,
why should I
have more respect.
If one of your challenge,
respect for Charlotte than most people. So
okay, but Charlotte, but if your challenger for this title, this prestigious title, doesn't give a crap about it, why should you be invested? Why should you care to watch this match? Because Ronda clearly doesn't. God bless Charlotte for trying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
God
bro.
bless Charlotte. She has been coming in every week trying to put this match over, but
trying her best.
Ronda is just not even.
Literally after that promo, I was like, bro, if she wins, I'm actually gonna be mad. Like,
Lord,
yeah, dude.
Pissed off.
As soon as she said that, I was like, no, hell no. Like, I was checked out, like, on her instantly. I was like, you already sound dead. And then you say that? Like, you live on TV. Nah, bro. No.
Like, they had a whole build up to the women's revolution, and she really asked, why do they say that? Like
why do we have to call it women's anyway?
It's fucking stupid.
Because you messed up the words. You mad because they put women's in it? If they didn't have women in it, you would have been mad about that. Why you don't say women? I mean, shut up. Anyway, I want Charlotte to win, so I'm gonna just pick her just because I want her to win. Who you got?
Same thing.
Yeah, I'll just say Charlotte just because I know Ronda's gonna win, but I'm just gonna say Charlotte because Charlotte's been trying. Charlotte's carrying this whole thing, and yeah, I'm not gonna even try and I don't know, give a good analysis on this match, I'm just gonna say Charlotte. Go ahead, please, just Charlotte, please.
Yeah, that's my hope. Like, I will go crazy. I'll be cheering louder than anybody if Charlotte gets the 1, 2, 3 in that match, because I'm gonna be up like that, like she's Stone Cold.
Shit,
Honestly.
you might hear me across the stadium. Shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, I've never cheered for Charlotte this hard. I've cheered for Charlotte before, but in one match, I've never been such a huge Charlotte fan to where, like, yo, I'm gonna be starting out a Charlotte chant in the arena that you might hear on WrestleMania. Like,
It's gonna be bad.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
gonna be the worst part. It's gonna be bad. Like, that's the thing that we should talk about. How is Ronda gonna handle that?
Yeah.
This is gonna be like Roman and Brock Lesnar in the main event of 34 levels of bad.
Oh,
like, people are going to boo the shit out of Ronda. I guarantee you.
I will
And
be
she's gonna
recording
have
with my
to deal
phone.
with it.
I know I'm gonna be doing that.
Good Lord.
Like, Ronda, yeah, and then exactly. Survivor Series, yeah, she did not handle that well at all. And that was when she was during her like the peak of her time in WWE. Like,
I love
so
it
now
too,
she's
Charlotte.
not on. Huh?
I love that too. Charlotte whooped her ass. I love that.
Hell yeah.
That kendo stick, boy, she bruised her up. So, and people was cheering for Charlotte when
Charlotte,
she did that
yeah.
too. Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
great.
That's
And
true.
Ronda was the baby face.
That's true.
All right. Raw Women's Championship match: Becky versus Bianca.
Boy,
I hope
better
Bianca
win.
gets it. Yeah, exactly. She better
It's
win.
this
though.
Bianca's. She's not losing this. I don't even think Becky. One thing people don't notice about Becky, because a lot of people mad she held the title so long. Becky pitched to lose to Shayna Baszler at WrestleMania before she got pregnant, and they turned her down. And she was like, "I wanted to lose. I wanted Shayna to win. I wanted to chase Shayna," and they told her no. So I'm pretty sure Becky has no problem losing to Bianca. So, and
Yeah,
Bianca, I mean, it's the payback time. So he said
Yeah.
Becky easy. Rob, okay.
That's the thing about the 4 horsewomen. It's like when like they push them so much, you kind of forget like that backstage they want to put people over, but then it's like, you know, WWE being WWE, they just don't want them to lose. Because I think didn't something come out like
Except
about Charlotte?
Sasha don't win at WrestleMania, but all the other ones do. I wonder why. You know, I ain't gonna go there, but
I forgot. Yeah, she on the losing streak, right? She better
ain't
win
won.
this year.
She ain't won a match.
Yeah,
at all.
completely. Yeah,
Like,
she better win this year, like for real.
I'm trying to think if she even won a Royal Rumble match.
I don't think she has. Yeah. Cause what was it, Oscar?
She lost to Ronda.
Yeah, I think.
Who were her other matches? Was it Oscar? Did she lose Oscar?
Oh, you mean
Charlotte?
like just matches at the Rumble?
Charlotte beat Asuka. Because
No, I'm talking
she
about-
ended the streak.
We're talking about Sasha at Rumble. Has Sasha won a Rumble match as well?
Yes. Did she beat? Oh God, now I can't remember.
I know the
Yeah, I
one match she had with Ronda, she lost.
You said Fuki and Death would wipe the floor with all. It's true.
Exactly.
Oh Lord.
I don't think
Shit,
Sasha has won a Royal Rumble match either. And now they got me thinking about Survivor Series. If she won one of those matches.
I'm pretty sure
Sasha
she's
Banks, Royal
won one of those.
Okay.
Like, let's think about the big four. Has Sasha won matches at SummerSlam, Survivor Series? We know Mania is a no. I want to say no to Royal Rumble. Rob says no Rumble wins for Sasha.
Hold on a second. I can look this up. All right.
She beat Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship in
I'm looking at that
2021.
right here.
What year is that? I mean, what show?
She in 2021.
But yeah, she
She
lost
lost-
all the other ones.
She lost. She lost in 2017 to Nia Jax. Lost in 2018 to Asuka. Lost in 2019 to Ronda, and then beat Carmella in 2021.
Damn,
So
so
she's
she's
lost-
having her lose.
She's lost every match that she's been in except for that one match last
Like,
year. So
People don't understand. Sasha is the one that take more L's than anybody out of the four horsewomen.
Yep.
I be thinking Bailey the one they don't pay attention to.
No, Sasha
That shit crazy.
Sasha lose a lot of big matches. You got to remember, every time she won a title, her first defense, it was an L.
Oh yeah.
Her last run was the first time that didn't happen.
Right. Like
That
come on,
was
man.
why I was making. I remember making such a big deal out of the fact that she actually defended her title for longer than a month. Because it was huge. She never did.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
never.
man. Oh lord. They always took it away from her. Oh man. She actually
Yeah.
kept it on her until WrestleMania. I was like, good lord.
They saying she
It's more than I
4-1
could
at Survivor Series. So Survivor Series is probably her best show.
Okay,
Not all of
good. I mean, I need her to have something, and from the big 4 pay-per-views. I need her to have a winning record at one of them.
Yeah.
So, all right, we all agree that Bianca is winning.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
All right, this is not a. Let's just predict how this will go. Stone Cold on a Kevin Owens show. Are they going to turn it into a match? Is it just going to be a talk show with a couple of stunners and some beers? What's going to happen there?
Stone Cold is gonna Owens is gonna talk shit. Stone Cold's gonna come out. They're gonna go back and forth. Owens is gonna get the upper hand for like a little bit, and Stone Cold's gonna stomp a mud hole in him. He's gonna get up. He's gonna stun him. He's gonna get back up again. He's gonna stun him a second time. Then it's WrestleMania, so he's gonna get up one more time. He's gonna stun him a third time, and then he's just gonna get some more beers, and then he's gonna maybe stun him a fourth time, and then he's just gonna get drunk. So yeah, that's what's probably gonna happen.
Wow. It's hard to disagree with that.
Yep.
It's hard to disagree with that. I'm trying to think of what else could they possibly do. Like everybody's been saying this guy's he's in shape. Like he's looking great.
I
All
doubt
the
it's
wrestlers
gonna be a
that's
match.
seen him.
Yeah, but Stone Cold won't have a match unless he's like ready, and he's not ring ready. They
Yeah.
dropped this shit on him like what? Like
Yeah.
when there was like 6 weeks prior to Mania.
Okay. I mean, okay. That's why I say it's hard to disagree with what you said. So I'm gonna stick with that. There'll be a lot of noise talking. What was crazy is KO they posted a video today that was actually dope, where he's quoting Austin's promo against Tyson.
Oh my
He's
god.
he's changed, and they're going back and forth from Kevin Owens talking in the ring by himself, saying that exact promo versus Austin saying it to Tyson. Like that was a dope video that they posted earlier. So
My thing is Austin going to walk down to the ring, or is he going to ride a 4-wheeler?
it depends on how long the ramp is, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't know how long-
depends on how long the ramp is.
I don't know how long that ramp is. If it's like 32, then I think he's gonna walk down. Which is it's probably gonna be like that because they're
32, not a long ramp from where you were.
Nah, it wasn't
Really?
that long.
Huh? Okay. Shoot.
Because they wanted 100,000 people in there, so they put the stage like almost like where the Raw stage would be, maybe just 2 feet further from a Raw stage, and they had people just sitting all behind the stage.
Did it
That's-
look better from because you were there? So did it look better like visually from like inside? Because watching it,
Yes.
it looked like
Yes.
watching the show, it looked kind of didn't look as crazy as past Manias because just of how the setup of the stage was. But
And that's crazy because I was there. They had so many lights and things going on outside of the stage in that arena. And you know, I've been there for football games and things like that. And I'm like, yo, I've never seen this arena like this. It was so many lights, and the way they did it inside the arena, I didn't care that the stage was, and I knew why they set it up like that, because they wanted to get more fans in. So they'd be like, hey, we got 100,000 fans, biggest crowd in WrestleMania history. So I understood why the stage was just an LED board. I mean, it's really no different from the 31 stage. It was just smaller, and they had the star, and then right above it, you still had lights and another video board that people forget about. Like, to me, it was maybe because I was there. It was better than what people say it was. Like, people complain, oh, the stage is boring, it's trash. I'm like, nah, man, that arena was lit up. Like, it was lights everywhere. If I can find some of my old videos, I'll post it, like the entrance, so you can see what I'll post it on Twitter, or I'll send it to you, Dwight, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
okay.
But yeah, I liked it. I didn't. It's definitely not the best stage, but I liked it considering what they were trying to do. I knew what they were trying to do. They were trying to get more fans, and they had a shitload of people sitting behind the stage,
Mm.
and they wanted to make sure those people could see. So, anything you got, Max, for the KO show?
Now, I kind of think on the lines of what Dark said is that it's going to be starting off as an interview show, but it's going to end up just him just doing his typical Stone Cold thing.
Yeah.
He'll probably end up stunning him with beers in his hands.
Yeah, that's
Get
Yeah.
beer everywhere because he'll stun him with the 2 beers in his hands like he's done before. And I can guarantee you all of it's going to be that Stone Cold IPA that he just released last week.
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go. Edge versus AJ Styles.
Ooh.
I got AJ.
This is my match right here that I'm excited to see right here.
Yeah, that's exactly why I paid for night 2.
Oh
For
man,
this match
yeah.
specifically.
Holy smokes, this match is gonna steal the show.
This
I
is
know.
night 1, Lizard.
I thought that was on night 2. It's not.
I'm looking at the website right now. This is on Saturday.
Oh no.
Damn, I kind of want Edge to win since he had this whole change, but
AJ got it. AJ Edge has been getting the upper hand every single week, and you know how they go. If Edge is getting the upper hand, especially if he gets the upper hand this week, AJ is gonna come out winning.
yeah.
And I think it makes more sense for AJ to win anyway.
I was gonna say it can go either way, but I'm gonna go with AJ because AJ's my GOAT. So I think he's the best wrestler to ever do it. So I'm gonna go with AJ just because of that. So play the
I
bias
say
game.
AJ, and you have him go after whoever wins between Brock and Roman.
There you go. It makes more sense because
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Edge just because of this whole character change, but I wouldn't mind AJ winning.
like
Yeah,
really
I'm
none
gonna
of.
go with Edge.
I don't think either one needs to win, but if,
Yeah.
if there was a need, it's AJ
Yeah.
more than Edge. Edge is already a Hall of Famer. Like, bruh, all right, get out the way. Don't get out the way because you're still killing it, but like let somebody else outside of Roman, of course, win some big matches against you because you destroyed Seth. Like, I didn't like that. I wanted Seth to win that feud, but
Is this normal rules, right?
Yeah,
but
this is
now-
just a one-on-one
now-
singles match. Yeah.
Then I might put up a DQ on this one. I
Oh,
don't know.
you know what's gonna happen?
He better not do that. No damn
Edge-
shit in.
AJ's gonna set up for the Styles Clash. Lights go out. Lights come back on. You got Brody, Murphy, Malachi, and it's official. Edge is a part of the House of Black.
One man can only dream, huh? House of Black, man,
Those guys are
the way they came in the ring Friday.
Friday.
I love
oh
it.
man,
I
yeah.
love it. That's
Oh.
like Ministry of Darkness type of stuff. I love it.
You forget this WWE. Most likely with them, the lights will go out, come back on. It's Eugene. So don't say stuff
Wow.
like that.
Wow.
Also, they said they moved the match, so that's why it's on Saturday. Because I guess they moved it. I didn't know they did, but
He said,
that's some
Uh,
bullshit.
Another match that I don't think people care about: Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus Miz and Logan Paul.
yeah.
What
no,
this is?
Ray and Don better win this.
See what I'm saying? Like, why is this?
Logan Paul, man, like,
Golly, bro.
oh my god.
Goodness gracious.
Especially after Miz took his mask off, like, yeah, he needs to win this. Unless they
Yeah, I'll
have
have the face.
Dom do
I'll
some
have the
shit,
face
but-
win, but I don't have much to say about this match, bro. Let's just-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't,
Miz
yeah,
don't
I
normally
don't
win
care.
these matches anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm going for Mysterios.
yeah.
Logan Paul was asked what he was going to do after WrestleMania, and he said he's going to pursue a career in wrestling. So he said he's done with boxing, and he wants to pursue a career in wrestling. And yeah, he's currently going through training. I hope
mean-
that's not true.
I'm kind of not like, I don't know. It's like I don't care, but it's like at the same time, he's been in the ring a lot and he's been like taking bumps, so I can see him doing something.
Yeah, moving along. Drew versus Corbin. Another
Fuck,
match.
see, this
What
is-
are they
God.
doing, bro?
That's what I-
Like, Saturday, Yo, who want to go to
That's why I
WrestleMania
paid for
Saturday? I'm about to
Sunday
give
because
us some
Saturday
tickets,
is so
bruh.
ass, bro.
Nah, Stone Cold gonna be there, and AJ and Edge. Nah, I gotta go. But good lord, man.
That's
Drew
probably why they
McIntyre
moved
versus
it.
Corbin.
Drew, because
Drew. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Drew. Just that's it. Next
Yeah,
match.
Corbin beat Kurt Angle, man, in his last match, bro. He's a legend.
I'm more concerned about, is Corbin going to turn on Homeboy at WrestleMania or after Mania?
You know what?
I think Madcap is turning.
You know one way to make
You
me
can turn.
invested into this match is to say that if Corbin loses this match, he has to donate all of his money to charity. So he'll have to be broke again. That would make me invested because broke Corbin was amazing. I want to see this man beat down bad again, bro. I cannot. Happy Corbin sucks. Ever since he got money, he just became terrible. Oh man!
In the last match that's booked so far, good lord, Usos versus Shinsuke and Rick Boogs.
Holy!
What are we doing? What are we doing here? What's going on? I got the Usos.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna say the Usos just because they have Boogs and Shinsuke looking so strong, like for the past few weeks. So I'm gonna say the Usos.
You know what's pissing me off? They announced that the Usos are going against RK Bro tomorrow night. Not at Mania, but tomorrow night. Not unifying the titles, but tomorrow night. At WrestleMania Raw. I don't like that they're throwing WrestleMania around. You got WrestleMania SmackDown, WrestleMania Raw, WrestleMania Backlash. WrestleMania should just be WrestleMania. WrestleMania should just be WrestleMania. Now you prostitute WrestleMania.
Hell yeah, they're gonna start calling the other match, the other shows WrestleMania, WrestleMania SummerSlam, WrestleMania Survivor Series,
Royal Rumble, Road to WrestleMania.
Right? Yeah.
Bruh.
They got to have that shit in everything.
WrestleMania
Roadblock to
Roadblock.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. I don't like that. I don't like that they're doing that.
They'll start doing it with their stipulations for their match. This is a WrestleMania disqualifications match.
The road to WrestleMania starts in April with In Your House, and then it's like, yep, sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we got also
WrestleMania
tomorrow.
Stand and Deliver.
Stop. Also, it'll be Bianca Belair and Ronda versus Becky and Charlotte tomorrow. And it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna say that because I'm trying to save 30 minutes from random, so I'm not even gonna say nothing. But that is the WrestleMania card right there so far.
All right, WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania is gonna be great. So.
I'm more excited for WrestleMania weekend and the stuff happening around it than actual WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. ROH, man, that shit is gonna pop. Oh my lord.
Man, I'm a dead ass be out till probably like 3 a.m. on Saturday, bro. Cause that new Texas show is like at midnight. So yeah, I'm gonna be up late as fuck.
Shout outs to your homie Brian Keith, man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. He fought Alec Perez, didn't he?
Yeah, last night. Dude, that guy is the truth, man. He is really, really good. Oh my god.
Yeah, he finna fight Josh Alexander at the show I'm going to.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, he's really dope.
Solid, bro.
Yeah, I finally saw that new Texas Limitless main crossover last night. That was dope.
I heard Jonah and Speedball was like match of the night. Well, at least for you.
Oh yeah.
And an ovation from what I saw.
Got it. Yeah,
we need to see that, man.
I'm gonna have that up. Don't worry about it, bro. I got you. But yeah, no, that match between Speedball and Jonah was fantastic. It was really, really good. And yeah, I was telling Dope before we got on stream. I met Speedball and talked to him like very briefly, but he's a very, very nice guy. He even tried to give me this shirt for free. I told him, I was just like, no, you've helped me with my stream so many times, but really, really nice guy. All the stories that I've heard from other people, from other like fans of his, that say that he's just such a nice individual, like at shows and everything. Like it's true. So if anybody ever has the chance to go and just say hi to him, go ahead. He's a really nice individual. So it's just really cool. So
yeah, hopefully I see him at WrestleCon. I know he has a couple of matches this weekend.
Yeah, he should have one with Impact, I think.
yeah,
I think he got Impact and the Zicky Dice thing.
and he's super stiff too. Like the kicks that he throws is just nuts. Because this guy's like a legit like fighter. Like so the shots he throws are insane. Like I was seeing him really kick the shit out of Jonah. I was like, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Man, yeah,
I
it was a great match. Holy smokes. These guys are just great. It was it was great. Oh man.
Watching that man at the Impact show I went to, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's legit. And Jonah, I mean, I told you about the Jonah match.
Whoa!
Josh Alexander, when he flies off the top rope and the way he hit the ring, man.
That's what I was about to say. He did that top rope splash. I was like, yo!
Yeah.
It was like a fucking earthquake, dude. I was like, holy smoke.
Yeah, that's a big
Man,
man.
I thought he killed this man. I was like, bro, I would hate to be the one that takes that move. Goodness, it looked amazing. Oh man, no, that match was, man, that might be my second favorite match that I've ever seen live. The first one was Garcia and JD Drake. This match is like right there too. It was really, really good.
Zicky Dice been taking that move for weeks. He been getting squashed by Jonah every week.
I was gonna say actually the third.
Speedball met you.
Met you? Yeah, Rob. Wow. Oh shoot.
All right. Dark, let's get the WrestleMania tier.
Alrighty.
Are we gonna watch Stand and Deliver? I'm gonna be at Stand and Deliver, WWE fan. So we're gonna do the prediction for that too at the end of the show. But I'm gonna be there. Stand and Deliver should be good, man. I'm excited to see that. I'm trying to. I haven't gotten my Ring of Honor tickets yet, so I'm trying to see if I'm gonna have my boys with me or not. Like that's kind of up in the air. I don't want to get like a ticket or two, and then I end up having them, and one of them can't go. So I got to make sure. Hopefully, I find out for sure this week if I'm gonna have them, and then I'll be able to take them. That'll be my youngest first event, my oldest second event. I took them to Impact a while up. You got the share screen on, Dart?
All right, hold on one second.
But yeah, Stand and Deliver should be a good show. Shout out to Max as joining the building. Make sure you give my guy Max a follow. The guy that put you on. All right, hold on, it's coming up. The guy that put me on GCW and a lot of people on GCW. So I appreciate you for that because I like I said, I watched the GCW show, but I didn't realize that it was GCW because that was before GCW was like really hot. Like,
Right?
they was literally in some grass.
Weird. It's so weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
like they was in some grass.
GCW grow from like we
Exactly.
watched GCW grow. We were watching it as a community, like right at the beginning of this shit, and now it's like it's GCW. It's weird. It's fucking wild.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it to show on screen. I wonder if it's gonna let me do it. There you go. Jay
All
Cross,
right.
appreciate the sub. All right, can y'all see it? Everybody, can everybody see it?
Mm-hmm.
So here we have the WrestleMania. Oh, it took off the. That's weak
What?
because I had it set for goated, great, above average, things
Hold on a
like
second.
that.
I think I can fix that.
I don't know why it
There we
changed.
go.
It. Where have I been? I've been here, bro. I've been chilling, minding my business.
Well, do
For
you
the
know what the
most
next
part.
ones were? Do you know what these
So
last
it
two
was
were?
goated, great. Let me pull it. I got it up here. Goated,
This
great. Okay. The third one was okay. And then the one below that was meh. And then the other one below that was trash.
That one's simple enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So we're gonna start at 14, and we're gonna rank them. People look at 14 as a great card, well, great show because that's when Austin went up against HBK. You had Triple H versus, I believe, Owen Hart that night. Triple H in China versus Owen Hart, and then we had, I think that's when Undertaker fought Kane for the first time.
Yes, that is the Undertaker Kane for the first time. That was also The Rock against Ken Shamrock for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I'd say that would be the only big match. We had a dumpster match for the tag team championship match.
Yeah, the
Chainsaw Charlie and
right?
New Age Outlaws against Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie. And in the main event, we had Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels. So
I'm gonna put that one as great. I'm not gonna put it as goated. I'm gonna put it as great.
You think it? Okay, you say great. I would because other than this, I don't know. We had Undertaker and Kane on here too, which was pretty fire too.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Owen Hart, Triple H,
And Owen Hart and Triple H, and then The Rock and Ken
Shamrock.
Shamrock. And that what was this? Was this The Rock's first major title win with the Intercontinental Championship, or would he have won the Intercontinental title beforehand? No, he was the champion before this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was going into this as the champion. I'll say it was great. I'll say it was great.
What you got, Max?
Yeah, I'd say it's great. I mean, the only thing, I mean, it was almost as close to being goated just because Kevin Nash did say that WrestleMania was the day that he realized WCW was done. He even said, when I saw that you guys had Tyson, Austin, HBK, my boy, in the main event, I knew we were
didn't
done.
even mention Tyson.
Yeah.
So,
he said that's when he knew that they were. I mean, Kevin Nash said on that interview with Stone Cold, I knew when you were wrestling the WrestleMania 14 match, it was over because there's no way we can compare with you guys having Tyson and my boy HBK and you, the hottest guy at the time, in the main event. I mean, that it turned things, but I mean, it didn't change like the face of wrestling or anything. It was just, it was cool as fuck, but. It was a great show, but it wasn't like one of the most amazing shows for sure.
Lizzo, what you got?
Shit, I'm gonna disagree with y'all because I honestly don't know shit.
Yeah, that's why we started. We was go through all of them. They was like, nah, we got young cats up in here. We can't. Yeah,
I mean, shit, I can leave, man. I can let y'all handle it.
Nah,
just chill.
Nah, you good?
He said, I believe.
All right, so we got that at great. 15 is the most overrated WrestleMania, in my opinion.
Which one is that?
That is so overrated. Let me go down that card real quick. We have triple threat hardcore match, Hardcore Holly, Billy Gunn, and Al Snow. Cool. World Tag Team Championship match on Hart, Jeff Jarrett with Deborah versus Tess and D'Lo with Ivory. Whatever on that. It was all right. Brawl Fall. Who remembers that? Brawl Fall. Butterbean knocked out Bart Gunn.
Poor Bart Gunn.
Man, that was his reward for winning that tournament when you were supposed to get a title shot, but instead you got knocked out, and then they took your title shot away. So, good Lord, poor Bart on that. Kane defeated Triple H by DQ. We had a 4-way IC title match. Road Dogg, Ken Shamrock, Val Venus, and Goldust. And Goldust came out with Blue Meanie. So take that for what it is. Sable defeated Tori. Shane McMahon with Test defeated X-Pac for the European Championship. We had the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker versus Big Boss Man.
That was something else.
Yeah,
wasn't that the one where he was hanging or some shit?
Yeah, that was that one.
And then we got the main event, Stone Cold and The Rock. So that was the most overrated WrestleMania because everybody was talking about Stone Cold and The Rock, which I get because that was the hottest thing in wrestling, and they did kill it in the main event. But for me, overall Mania, the whole event, I'm gonna put meh.
Oh, that event was a dumpster fire.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So
Just based off the card.
The only reason I say it's a dumpster fire because after so many years now, it's passed. So many stories had came out about that Mania, and from the jump, that Mania was fucked. From injuries to people getting fired to people having legal issues. The original idea for that WrestleMania was going to be Dr. Death versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what Jim Ross wanted. It was going to be Dr. Death, Steve Williams winning the Brawl for It All, and he was going to originally go from Brawl for All to WrestleMania to challenge for the title because originally they said the Brawl for All was going to be a purse and a title shot.
Right.
Until he got knocked out and he also tore his ACL and his MCL in his knee. So Dr. Death was out for the year. So that WrestleMania main event that was planned 6 months out was trashed from the get-go.
Like he legit got knocked out. That's the crazy thing about it. He was supposed to. They thought he was gonna beat everybody, and Bart was like, "No, I got."
So what do we get in return? Bart Gunn getting murdered. And if you guys seen the Dark Side of the Ring on that event, it's fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole match being at WrestleMania is fucked up. Like,
and never got a title shot. Nothing from it. I think that was it for him.
Yeah, that was the end of his career. He never came back after that, really. I mean, he just wasn't...
He went back to Japan for a little while, but that was it, yeah.
But yeah, I would say trash for me because I remember that Mania was just... I remember watching it as a kid and just not feeling like this is WrestleMania. It didn't feel like a Mania. It just kind of felt like... Like...
Okay, so Joy, I'm going to let you decide. Is it trash or meh?
to me, I just thought it was just I thought it was just an okay show because I did like a few things on here. Like I did like Owen and D'Lo. At the time that I watched this, I didn't know the entire story of the Brawl for All and everything. So going in for it, I thought it was just mad, like funny and entertaining that Butterbean just beat the shit out of Bart Gunn in 35 seconds. So at the time, I thought that was hilarious. Going into it, it's a pretty sad story, but at the time I thought it was dope. What else was here that I liked? That this was the most disappointing Hell in a Cell match that I've ever seen. The main event was really, really solid. Other than that, I just thought that those matches that I mentioned were pretty entertaining for me, but other than that, I thought it was just an okay show. I didn't think it was I thought it was just like a run-of-the-mill, like in the middle WrestleMania. So that's why I said okay. But I put it under meh because it seems like we all three of us had a different opinion. So I thought
I agree with the meh though. Like I'll meet you in the middle there with some of that.
Exactly.
I'm like, all right.
Exactly. So that's why I put that there. So you said meh, Max said trash, I said okay, so right in the middle. There we go.
Then next, which is supposed to be WrestleMania 16, ended up being WrestleMania 2000.
That's
another Mania I do not like.
Another Mania that was fucked up by injuries and people getting fired.
Yeah, probably the worst main event and probably ever for me.
Well, that Mania also was tainted with the whole Undertaker leaving possibly to WCW that year. And that Mania, that was the Mania that was really, that 2000 Mania was a weird fucking Mania. It was man. It was one of those ones that people felt like, where do we go from here after the show? Because it was just odd. It was just an odd booking. I don't know. Even the build up to it, even the build up to WrestleMania 2000. I remember as a kid, I was more pumped for the video game than the actual fucking event.
It was, I didn't like it at all. What up, Alice? So going down the card real quick, it wasn't a lot of matches. You had the Hardcore Battle Royal. That had Taz,
which I want to say is a blessing nowadays.
Really?
That there's not a lot of matches.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge blessing in hindsight. go ahead.
Crash won. He beat the Acolytes, Viscera, the Headbangers. I'm sorry, Crash and yeah, it says Crash. Taz and the Mean Street Posse. Tess and Albert with Trish defeated Al Snow and Steve Blackman. World Tag Team Championship ladder match was the best match on the card, which is the only thing really worked some on that whole night to me. Was Edge and Christian defeated the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys. I mean, the IC and the European title. It was kind of weird though. How that?
That's what I was gonna say.
I'll explain that one too. That was kind of weird how that went down too. Cat fight, of course. Terry defeats Cat. Too Cool and China defeated the Radicals. That was entertaining, at least.
Yeah.
The IC and the European Championship triple threat match between Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle had both titles at the time. Chris Benoit pinned Chris Jericho to win the IC Championship, and then Chris Jericho pinned Chris Benoit to win the European Championship. So Kurt Angle just got screwed. That whole deal. Kane and Rikishi, I definitely don't remember them being a tag team, defeated Road Dogg and X-Pac. And then you had this trash fatal four-way elimination match for the title. Triple H with Stephanie, of course, had The Rock versus The Rock with Mr. McMahon in his corner versus Mick Foley with Linda McMahon in his corner versus The Big Show with Shane McMahon. So all the McMahons was in somebody's corner. It didn't make a difference. It was trash. I didn't like it. That WrestleMania is a meh to me as well.
And wasn't there a swerve at the end of that? Wasn't there a McMahon swerve at the end of that?
I don't remember because I don't care.
I believe somebody screwed over The Rock. And
yeah, I was gonna say there was a McMahon
costing
swerve at the end of that, and they fucked over The Rock in that.
Triple
whole
H
ordeal.
ended up winning the match, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, I would put that as okay because I didn't hate this card like you did.
I say it's a meh.
I actually liked what? There was the Hardcore Battle Royal, which I liked. The Triangle Ladder match, which was the match of the night. I did like the 6-person intergender match, and I really liked the 2 out of 3 falls Intercontinental European title match as well. And I like seeing Kane and Rikishi against D-Generation X. So I didn't really hate this. I'm still not gonna put it above okay. The main event was garbage, but I didn't hate this show. So a lot of people don't like 2000, but I didn't hate 2000. So.
I didn't like the whole setting. It just looked so dark. Like it didn't feel like a Mania. Like it was just.
This wasn't in an arena or anything. This was in a stadium. This was just in a normal
feeling. It was really gray. I remember that feeling really like just dark.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It just felt off. The whole thing felt off.
I remember too. The pyro was so much. It was smoky the whole fucking show. I remember that too. I remember as a kid thinking easy on the pyros because smoke the whole time. It was just smoky in the arena the whole time. It was weird. It was such a weird show.
So, are we doing okay on it, or are we doing? Meh?
I would put it as okay. So
what you got,
that's me. Max said it's meh. You said it's meh, so I had to put it in meh. But I thought it was an okay show.
Okay. WrestleMania 17, we already know that's goated.
Yeah, I already put it up there. So
I see. Well, there you go.
I put that in there before. Yeah, we even had the conversation.
Yeah, we discussed that one. What, last week?
Yeah, I think when we were talking about our top 3 Manias, I think everybody at least had that in their list. So
yeah. I mean, not to really go down the card, but you had the ladder match with the Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys. The TLC match, I'm sorry, that slap, that kill. Some say it's the greatest match in WrestleMania history. I've been seeing that a lot, and I'm like, I got to think about that one. Then you had the rematch with The Rock and Stone Cold. The crowd was on fire for that. Undertaker coming out to the Limp Bizkit versus Triple H. They fall all over the arena because the ref got knocked down, and he was down for 2 hours.
Yeah, he died. He died and then came back to life. That was pretty crazy.
This was prime Attitude Era. This was Attitude Era at their fucking prime.
This is when they won the war. This was this 2000. I don't people
2001. Yeah.
Yeah, people dump on 2001 because a lot of people are just like the invasion wasn't handled well. I'm like, that's true, but
Bruh,
this was also the best year that WWE had for a while before they became creatively bankrupt. Because after 2001, that's when we started to see kind of a stalemate with how they ran their shows. But 2001, after they acquired a lot of the talent from WCW, they were on fire, like for a lot of their shows. 2001 was amazing.
Man, I don't care what nobody say because people mad. Oh, we didn't get Goldberg and Hogan and Sting, bro. They put on hella great matches, especially like Edge and RVD. You had ECW guys coming in. Like we was doing 2001 pay-per-views on the second page for a while. And every pay-per-view was fired. The Survivor Series was fired. The Invasion was fired.
Invasion pay-per-view.
Jeff Hardy versus RVD, killing it. Like, yo, the main events was fired.
SummerSlam was nuts. That was the year. That was the year freaking Shane fell off of that thing and got hit with a kendo stick by Steve Blackman. That was nuts.
Yeah, yo,
2001 was crazy.
Kurt Angle went to another level in 2001 because of that.
The Ring thing happened in 2001 with Shane. Like
Shane. Bruh. And then like they went through that. 2002 they kept who they kept. So Booker T getting his thing. DDP doing his. I'll let y'all decide on DDP. I'm mixed feelings. Like it was good, but it wasn't. It could have been better with DDP and Canyon versus Kane and Undertaker. I appreciate what they did there. But there was a lot of good happening from 2001 2003. Like. Oh, we didn't get Goldberg. So what, man? Like, I don't care. But WrestleMania 17 goated. There's really no debate on that. Let's do
18.
Let's do 18.
This was what? This was 17 and 18 were the 2 years that they WWE gave up on numbers. That's how I remember it. So yeah, This is an interesting one.
This is the Rock and Hogan.
Yeah,
I would say it's great, but it's only because they didn't put the proper matches and the proper positionings where they should have been.
Saying this is a really interestingly
Hogan versus Rock should have been the main event of the whole shit because it drained the crowd, it drained the arena after that match, and the crowd was never the same after that match.
I mean, we had Edge, Booker T, Undertaker, Ric Flair, Kurt Angle and Kane, Stone Cold and Scott Hall, Billy and Chuck defeated the Hardy Boys, APA and the Dudleys.
Do you know what that Edge Booker T match was over?
No.
Do you remember that, Max? Do you remember what that was for?
No.
Edge and Booker
I don't even remember them going at it.
Edge and Booker T had a match at WrestleMania 20 or WrestleMania 18, and the winner received a shampoo commercial. That's what they were fighting for at WrestleMania. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I guess it's a reason why I don't remember that.
That's real.
Makes sense why Booker lost.
It's in the game. It's in the game.
Now we did have a nice triple threat match between Jazz, Lita, and Trish. And then Triple H defeated Chris Jericho. I'm gonna put that as good.
Okay, that's okay.
Nah, I'm gonna put it as good. Oh, it's okay.
No,
or great.
do you want me to change it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because okay and good is the same for me. So you can leave it. Unless you want to change it. If you think good sounds better, that's cool. That was okay. That was good. I'll take that. I'll put that right in the middle.
You put it in the middle?
Yeah. I mean, the Rock and Hogan really should elevate it higher, but
it was the whole match card thing.
That
he stated that really kind of bummed out everybody. Like that was just, it didn't make any sense.
If they booked if they booked certain matches in certain areas and they would have moved around the card a little bit, it would have been an amazing flow for that card. But it was a very stop and go with the crowd. And it was hot match and then cold, hot match and then cut cold. And it was weird.
That's a good match card though. DDP defeated Christian for the European Championship. RVD defeated William Regal for the IC. So wait, who? No, that was Jericho.
Stone Cold
That's
versus
fine.
Nash was not a good match though. That was not good.
Talking about versus Hall.
Yeah. Stone Cold versus Scott Hall was not a good match, and
None of them wanted to be there in that match.
exactly. And they were both. Stone Cold wasn't at his best. Like Stone Cold was at a pretty low point in his life, as well as Scott Hall. So
Right.
I mean, Scott Hall ended up being let go. What was it, like a year later? So
I don't even think it was that long.
yeah, that's true. So like yeah,
I believe it at okay.
I think I would just put it in the middle. Max?
Yeah, I agree. We can put it at okay because it was above 2015 for sure, but it wasn't on that great level for sure.
All right. So now we are on to
One of your favorites.
one of my. I was gonna say for me, I'm gonna automatically put this one and go to 2, but I'll listen to what you guys have to say as well. So
Yeah.
what is it? Are we starting to get to any WrestleManias that you might have seen?
Well, I'm about to say, Lizzie, you should have seen some of them at least. From the
Yeah, I saw 17. Cause yeah, I think you streamed it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in here for that.
All right,
Okay.
so let's start off with 19. Matt Hardy versus Rey Mysterio was a good match. It was short, but it was good. Undertaker versus Big Show and A-Train. A lot of people shitted on that match, but the Undertaker looked great in that match.
Oh, he had
Trish-
to.
Yeah, well.
Butch Buchanan, he was green as
Trash.
hell. Yeah, not great.
Trish
man.
versus Jazz and Victoria, which was a good match. Team Angle versus Chavo and what was his teammate? Triple threat WWE
Chavo
Tag
and
Team
Eddie.
Championship
Chavo
match.
and Eddie. Chavo and Eddie against Benoit and Rhino.
There you go. So
Yeah.
it didn't have all that on here, so I couldn't remember.
Mhm.
And then the match we debated about, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, which we all said was great, but was it better than 21 HBK match? We'll get into that later. So that was a good match. Then you had the cat fight.
Black Mark. Okay, never mind. This wasn't the Black Mark. The Black Mark is coming soon. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
then you had Triple H versus Booker T.
There we go. The Black Mark of the show, right here.
Then you turn around with Hogan versus Mr. McMahon, the street fight. And then The Rock defeated Stone Cold, finally got his win back. And then Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. I'm still trying to decide if I want to put great or goated on that one. That was a good card, man.
It was amazing. I'm telling you. And think about all the stories coming out of it. Like the story coming out of what is it called? Like going into the Hulk Hogan like Mr. McMahon match with all of their history of them just now putting a match together. The story of going into WrestleMania weekend of Stone Cold ODing on drugs and having to retire at this last match. The only person knowing about it was Vince and Ross and The Rock. And after the match was done, The Rock getting close to Stone Cold and saying, "Thank you, brother." And then like the story of Brock Lesnar after the match, after he mislanded that shooting star press, just going to the back, not having a clue where he was, what was going on, having a seizure, having to be just shipped to the freaking hospital like that. Not even the event itself, but all of the things coming out of that show. That's what it does it for me. I love that. I love that card.
I'll put
I
it
love
as goated.
19.
I'll put it up there. It's goated. What y'all got, Max and
I
Lizard?
put that great just because, like you said, the Black Mark really fucked it up. It would be a goat show if they didn't fucking make me invest 2 months of a fucking storyline just for Triple H to still come out on top.
Dude, you might
Made
have
no
to drop
sense.
back down to
No
green.
sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna say great just because Booker T lost.
Yeah,
Would've
for
been- it
one
would've been a
match,
goated
y'all are
show.
doing that? Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
It
bro.
would have been a
I
goated
shoulda did
show,
that
but
for a
the payoff
17
on that
shit.
was just- at that time.
17? What match did that for 17?
Right.
That gimmick battle royal, bro. Iron Sheik rolled ass.
No, my lord.
Shit
Goodness.
was ass, bro.
Bro, that
No,
was the point. They just come out for their entrance. That's you get the nostalgia, and then
It's like
they
a
get out.
24/7 segment.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Liz, don't do that. I'm about to kick you out.
Oh boy, oh
I mean-
boy.
I told you I was gonna leave shit.
Oh man.
The Triple
Nah.
H match was the only one that I really had a big issue with. Everything else was amazing. It was just it was one of those matches. Even as like a teenager, I kind of felt a weird taste in my mouth at the end of that match. Like that just doesn't feel right. Like I know Triple H is a piece of shit and he wins all the time at that point, but something about that win I didn't feel right about. I remember being a kid like this is fucked. This is fucked up. Like,
And then a pedigree, and he just laid there for like damn near an hour. Yeah, I'm going back to great.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do then. We're gonna put this up here, and that's gonna be me for goated. And where's 19? Where is it? I feel like
What's
I
that?
might
Which
have
I
tapped
can't
it.
see. Is this little on my
I
screen?
can't
Which one
see it
is
either.
that?
I can't see it. Oh, right here. Boom. Okay.
There you go.
That's y'all. There you go. Actually, you know what? I'll keep this one. There you go. You guys don't appreciate 19s. There you go. There
What's
you
that
go.
next to 14? Which one is that?
That is your version of 19. The great version of 19. WrestleMania 3.
Wow.
The goated version is still where it's supposed to be. There you go.
Hey man, you lost, man. It's 3-1, man.
Hey, there you go. There's your 3 to my 1 right there. Boom. There we go.
That's messed up. That's messed up. All right, moving on to WrestleMania 20. John Cena defeated The Big Show for the U.S. Championship. Fatal 4-Way World Tag Team Championship match. Booker T and RVD defeated La Resistance, Mark Jindrak, and Garrison K in the Dudleys. Christian defeated Chris Jericho thanks to Trish Stratus. That swerve. Handicap match: Randy Orton, Batista, Ric Flair versus The Rock and Mick Foley. Sable and Tori Wilson defeated Stacy Keibler and Miss Jackie. The Cruiserweight Open match with Ultimo Dragon winning had Shannon Moore, Jamie Noble.
Bro, poor Ultimo Dragon in that match. That guy's man, that was so. They didn't push him just because of that, bro. He won the match too, and that was it.
But Jamie Noble, Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, Tajiri. I'm about to say Tajiri. Chavo Guerrero. So that was a loaded match. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold special referee. They got booed out the building because both men were leaving, and they just stood and looked at each other and posed for like 20 minutes before they actually got their hands on each other for a 5-minute match. And Stone Cold stunned both of them. Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi defeated the Basham Brothers and World's Greatest Tag Team and APA to retain the WWE Tag Team Championship. Victoria defeated Molly Holly for the Women's Championship. Eddie Guerrero, great match, defeated Kurt Angle. That was a goated match. Undertaker came back to his old gimmick to defeat Kane. Triple threat, CB, because you ain't supposed to say his name. Defeated Triple H and Shawn Michaels. In the main event. I'm gonna put. Damn. I'm gonna put great. I watched that Mania a couple of times. When it came
Main
out, like,
event
on DVD
was
and stuff.
trash. What?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
What in the world?
Oh,
What in what
Look,
world?
now he's talking about now he gonna take that back. All right.
Goodness gracious! What in the world, man? I don't know about that.
Yeah, like it's
He's
a
a
couple
WWE
of
fan, bro. I don't know about. Oh boy.
it's a couple of bad in that pay-per-view, but Undertaker going back to his old gimmick. Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle is a GOAT match. The triple threat match is a very good match. I was entertained by Booker T and RVD. Then everybody was entertained by Evolution versus Rock and Mick Foley. So Cruiserweight Open was a good match.
I honestly only see 2, possibly 3 bad matches. That's the, what is it called? Goldberg Brock match. What was it? The Playboy evening gown match.
Hey man,
and
that's always good. That's always
And possibly I haven't watched the Victoria Molly Holly match. That's why I said possibly, because I can see that match being really good. And I remember Molly Holly getting her head shaved. That was pretty interesting. I forgot about the match itself, but other than that, the card itself was it was pretty solid. That was a pretty solid card. So,
Cena became a made man that night.
yeah.
Because that led him to the next Mania. So yeah.
This
I couldn't
WrestleMania was special. This WrestleMania was special to me because when I was a teenager, this was the first time I ever learned about dirt sheets.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I never, up to this point, never knew about dirt sheets and websites and shit like that until I saw the dirt sheets about Brock Lesnar was leaving and Goldberg was leaving and Stone Cold was going to be leaving too. They found out also that all three of those guys were leaving within the next 3 months. So I remember being a kid and just finding this out and was just being like, wait, why would they even have this match? It didn't make no sense to me. And I remember when the crowd was just chanting, hard. They were chanting na 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 goodbye. They were chanting bullshit. They were chanting see you later. I mean, they were chanting hard on them.
And that made the match entertaining to me. The crowd at the time watching that, I was like, yo, the crowd is like really.
They were chanting goodbye Stone Cold, goodbye Lesnar, goodbye Goldberg. They were chanting. I mean,
they weren't booing Stone Cold. They cheered him. They were cheering him. That was the match. That was what made it funny because they were booing the both of them, and then Stone Cold would be in the middle, and they would just start cheering the hell for Stone Cold.
I just remember reading on sites saying that all three guys will be gone in the next 3 months, and I was like, no, why would they have him at a WrestleMania? This makes no sense.
You already knew Stone Cold was done anyway because he wasn't wrestling no more, so that didn't affect them.
No,
they didn't affect the crowd. Like, it was funny because they sitting there staring at each other. They chanting Austin just looking like, hell, y'all gonna do something? You see him talking about fight,
like telling them to get together.
They didn't do nothing. So
that was a weird one. I remember just being as a kid and hearing that everybody was leaving. I was just that was the first time I realized that WWE books WrestleMania for the numbers. They book WrestleMania for the revenue. They book WrestleMania for the sponsors, not for making sense. And because I didn't understand why a match like this was even happening. It was confusing to me as a kid. And now that I'm older, I know how business works. I know why it happened, but it was a dumpster fire the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with great though.
I will put it at great.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I think it can peak at great, but yeah.
WrestleMania 21, you already know that's goated, buddy. Go ahead, put it up there. Start 21 is goated. I don't care what nobody say. 21 is one of the best WrestleManias of all time. So many stars were made. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. Edge defeated Chris Benoit, Shelton Benjamin, Chris Jericho, Christian and Kane, the Money in the Bank match. He's a made man. Rey Mysterio is a made man. Undertaker defeated Randy Orton in a good match, very classic match. Randy Orton is a made man. Trish defeated Christy Hemme. Trash. That's the only thing I
don't know if we can do that.
No, trash.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we can do this. I don't know if this can be a goated pay-per-view if that match is on.
Stop. Kurt Angle defeated Shawn Michaels, which was the better HBK match between 19 and 21. Dang, here we go.
Is that Aki Bono and Big Show? Oh, Lord, I don't know about this being goated.
Hey, whatever, man. John Cena defeated JBL. John Cena is a made man. Batista defeated Triple H. Batista's a made man. So many stars, future stars, and future legends was made from this pay-per-view. It's goated, buddy.
I personally think this is a great show. That's me. I think that this is a great show. I don't know if it's goated, but I will put this at great.
You got 19 at goated, so 21 is goated too.
I will put that at goated for you. Max, what do you think? Did you think this is goated great?
I have no dog in this fight. This is between you two right now.
Yeah, what you got, Max? No, we got to hear this, Max. You got two matches.
Yeah,
you gotta have a bathroom break every pay-per-view.
I would say those two matches equivalent to one racist ass storyline that didn't pay off. So I mean, I would say it has to be great also.
Well, damn it! If he got
I'm
goaded,
good.
Hey,
21 is
hey,
going to
I
go.
got you. I got you, Job. I got you. I know
I
what you're
get what
going
you're
through right
saying,
now. I got you.
But the Akibono match, as soon as you said that, I had a flashback of eating this queso that was really bad as a kid and thinking, what's going on? I don't even know what match is on. And I was eating this bad queso. I was more distracted by the queso than the Akibono match. And I remember when it was over, I was like, oh, that's over? Well, shit, okay. Like, yeah, that was a weird one.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's go to 22. Tori Wilson versus Candice Michelle pillow fight. Mickey James defeated Trish Stratus.
Goated.
Yeah,
Goated.
yeah.
Pillow fight, goated.
Hold on. though. Yeah, that match. But let's get to the rest of the card. Boogeyman chased
Lord.
Booker T all around and then defeated
Oh,
him.
jeez. And put worms in Charmel's mouth, bro. If they don't have that clip at the goddamn fucking Hall of Fame.
Bruh. Like, yeah, she's
Give
a
me
Hall of
Boogeyman,
Famer just
she
for
didn't
that.
duck Charmel.
Woo.
Yeah,
Yo.
she's a Hall of Famer just for that.
Goodness gracious.
Undertaker versus Mark Henry in a casket match. Kane and Big Show versus Chris Masters and Carlito. Edge defeated Mick Foley in that crazy hardcore match.
Oh my God, that's right.
Shawn Michaels defeated Mr. McMahon in that crazy match.
That match was nuts too, yeah.
Remember how much McMahon
Yo.
bled?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Chicago crowd really made the show.
Yeah.
RVD wins the Money in the Bank ladder match. Rey Mysterio defeated Kurt Angle. Damn, I forgot about that. Rey Mysterio defeated Kurt Angle and Randy
That
Orton.
triple threat. And that wasn't in WWE 2K22. Like, how do you not put that triple threat match in the game, bro?
Because Kurt Angle ain't in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Because look, that should have been there. That SummerSlam match versus Kurt Angle should have been there. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all really screwed.
They
this
should have
up.
had the custody of Dominic match in that game, bro.
you know they wasn't gonna do that.
Yo, if they did, bro.
The achievement is unlocking young Dominic as a manager.
Bro, somebody created Young Dominic.
Can you
in the game.
imagine?
I was laughing, bro.
Can you imagine
like-
if you got the unlock achievement, I'm your poppy now?
Dude. I feel like Dominic in that
For winning
game
that
was.
storyline, you get the "I'm Your Poppy" shirt, so you can start wearing that now.
Oh, shit. Oh,
And then John Cena defeated Triple H when Cena got booed out the building as a babyface.
Yep.
Dang.
I'm
gonna put great. That Boogeyman segment. Well, if I gotta do 2 for 21 to keep it as goated, that's a goated pay-per-view. Well, hold on, let me look at this again.
It was a good show. Big Show versus did you say that one too? There was a lot of good matches at this card. Like a lot of like high profile matches, like Rob Van Dam winning the Money in the Bank, Edge and Foley, like Taker and Mark Henry was kind of but like Michaels and McMahon, Mysterio winning the triple threat. And that was Cena versus Triple H for Cena at the time was actually a really dope dope Cena match. So
And then Mickey was made.
oh my God, yes, Mickey and
Mickey
Trish.
was made.
Good Lord, yes.
And that
Yeah,
crowd was
yeah,
hot
yeah.
for Mickey. And
For Mickey,
Trish
oh,
was the
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
I remember Taz kept saying, "It's a weird crowd. Chicago is weird."
That's
They
when
was
I
born-
think I heard that's when I heard Bizarro World, I think, for the first time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
Oh,
goated.
man.
That show.
I'm
I
gonna say
think I'll
goated.
put goaded. I
It's
think I'll put
goated.
goaded, yeah. 22
Yeah,
was a really
I
solid
2020.
card.
I got 22 was that good, bro.
22 was heated. But that was like one of the my friend, I remember him letting me borrow that on DVD, and I was like, holy shit.
I
Like,
got
this
all
was a
those
really good one.
DVDs too. That's great.
Whew. Yeah.
Okay. WrestleMania 23. Let's go down this card.
This one's gonna be interesting for me because
Oh,
I feel like I feel like I look at 23 with some
Yeah.
rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Mr. Kennedy won the Money in the Bank ladder match. Wow.
That was a good ladder match.
Yeah, but oh man. Okay. Anyway,
Didn't he lose that?
Great Khali defeated
Yeah, he
Kane.
did. Kennedy ended up losing it to what is it called, Edge,
Edge. Yeah.
and it was because he failed a drug test. So he was because what's his name? Kennedy was supposed to be the what's his name? McMahon's
McMahon
illegitimate son.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy was so over.
yeah. They had
failed
plans
the
for him
drug
and
test,
everything,
He hurt
man.
Randy Orton, and at that time, Orton was in a high-profile feud.
Mm-hmm.
And he learned the hard way. You don't fuck with the stars because then
Yeah.
you get released.
Orton was
He
a
said-
crybaby too at that time.
I remember
too.
seeing in
was
an
a huge
interview.
crybaby.
I remember seeing it in an interview. Do you guys remember the episode of Raw where it was like Team Cena versus Team Orton, and they were
And the
dressing as
basketball
the
jersey.
yes.
Oh yeah.
That was the specific match where Mr. Kennedy says that he hurt Orton, and that was when it was over. That's when
Yep.
Orton went, and then his entire his career was just done in WWE. He said so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great Khali defeated Kane. Chris Benoit defeated MVP.
That was a weird one. The Great Khali Kane, because that was when Kane was promoting See No Evil. So he brought
Right.
the hook down to the ring. Oh,
Undertaker
shoot.
defeated Batista in the World Heavyweight Championship match. I think that match is underrated in my opinion.
It's great.
ECW Originals defeated New Breed. Wow, I forgot about
Jesus
that match.
Christ, yeah.
Hair versus hair. Bobby Lashley with Trump defeated Umaga and Vince McMahon. I'm not even gonna say nothing on that.
Don Trump doing that Lou Diaz press on McMahon and hitting him
He
with them fists.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Then he took
Well,
an awful stunner at the end of that. Jesus.
Yeah, he did.
Holy
yep.
smokes. Oh,
Uh-huh.
man. The next match. Goodness gracious.
Melina
Oh, my
defeated
God.
Ashley.
R.I.P.
And
Oh,
then
my Lord.
Cena defeated Shawn Michaels. I did not
You
like Cena.
Didn't like
defeating-
Cena and Michaels?
No, I didn't like him beating Shawn Michaels.
Oh, I was like, wow. Man.
It was a great match.
I wasn't a
did not
fan
like
of-
that happen though.
I wasn't a fan of the ending either. I thought that Michael should have won. I
We're
wanted him
creeping
to
into
win,
the era of Super Cena.
Mhm.
So that is
Like I said, Rose, because I don't know. It's like I feel like with every match there's like a yeah, but you know what I mean? It's what I
Yeah.
kind of feel like. It's just like, and I don't really know how to explain it because at a time WrestleMania 23 was my favorite WrestleMania that I was watching, but like going back, like I don't know.
I'd
Like
say it's okay.
I would just say it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
There we
gonna
go.
say yeah. Okay. Yeah. Isn't that sad? Like I don't know what it is, man. I just
yeah, that's like another one that give you weird vibes when you talk
Yeah.
about it. Like I don't even go back and rewatch it anymore.
not
so that-
really. No.
Yeah.
I've tried to before. I haven't even really been able to get past the Money in the Bank match at the start.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. I watched this Mania over and over on DVD so many times.
This is a fantastic-
24.
and the arena. This was
Yeah.
this was the first time I'd seen an open air Mania. This
Yeah.
was incredible. This was nuts. The setup
So-
for this was awesome.
Let's get into it. Kane wins the 24-man battle royal to face the ECW champion.
Mm-hmm.
Beth Phoenix and Melina defeated Ashley and Maria in a
RIP.
Bunny Mania lumberjack match. Match was better than what people say it is. JBL in a physical match defeated Finley in a Belfast brawl. That was a very physical
There's
match.
one spot that I remember at the beginning of the match when Finley launches himself for
Yeah,
a
he with that
suicide
trash
dive. Yeah, and JBL has a trash can lid and just wallops Finley up inside the head, dude, and it just busts him open.
Yeah, I
And then
might-
he just takes my God, he takes a giant trash can and just like takes it over his head and just throws it at Hornswoggle, and he
Yeah.
gets blasted after. Oh my God,
he
yeah, that match
destroyed
was-
him.
oh God, that was crazy. That match was crazy. Holy
I
smokes!
might have to stream that one this week.
Yeah.
And then Kane turned around, defeated Chavo Guerrero for the ECW Championship. SmackDown versus Raw. I forgot about that. But Batista ended up pinning Umaga. Umaga took a lot of pins, and I don't like that. CM Punk wins the Money in the Bank ladder match for the first time. This match was hilarious to me. Floyd Money Mayweather defeated the Big Show. I laughed so much. I'm a big Floyd Mayweather guy fan, so for personal reasons, that match was entertaining to me because it was just funny as hell to see the size difference and the fact that Floyd actually took punishment. I was not expecting that in the prime of his career, taking punishment from Big Show, knowing he had a big fight coming up. I was like, oh shit. I thought it was just gonna be like Floyd kick him in the nuts. Floyd runs around, his team fight, but Floyd took punishment. Like I was like, oh, so that made it better for me. Floyd beats the Big Show. Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, classic. Undertaker defeated Edge. Listen, that's a match people should talk about more, in my opinion. Undertaker versus Edge. Triple threat.
Oh, I talk about that match all the time, but not because of the match itself, but because of the greatest WrestleMania moment of all time. Lil Flair doing the 100-yard dash and to get into the ring and count that 2 count was amazing. Oh my goodness.
That man was gone.
Man, bro.
That ramp that year, I remember was long.
Jesus.
I remember Undertaker coming out that year, and it felt forever.
Dude, I want a 24/7 special on just his day, getting ready for that run down the ramp. That's what I want.
If I remember correctly, the Undertaker after the match, the Undertaker threw Edge through like a fire, right? Was it that match, or was it another match they had?
What happened? That was at the Survivor Series. Or no. Yeah. That was the Survivor Series Hell in a Cell where he got like chokeslammed through the ring and then like fire came up or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I was gonna say there was a fire at that WrestleMania, and that was
Pyro.
when Pyro fucked up. Yeah. Goodness gracious,
that's bad. Triple threat match was a very good match, and the right person won. Randy Orton defeated Triple H and John Cena.
I remember being very surprised by that.
I was so happy about that.
I was very surprised. I wanted Orton to win, and I did not think he was going to win.
Everybody thought Cena was going to win again.
I specifically remember they did one of those like those AT&T polls or whatever before, and because if you go back, they still have it on the DVD, and it's just like what? It's just like what? Like 46% think Cena, like a little bit lower than that, you've got Triple H, and like maybe 2% thought that Orton was going to take it. I was just like, damn, nobody thought Orton was keeping that title.
And what's crazy is they had a light problem in the middle of the match where the lights went out. And they still kept going. Yeah, but Cena came out with the marching band. I'm like, yeah, Cena about to win again. But man, I was so happy when Randy won because nobody expected it. So this is goated to me.
Yeah, same.
It made Randy Orton. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was a show that I looked at Orton different.
All right, so we good on that. And here we go. WrestleMania 25. We talked about this.
Is that right? Did I do that right?
All right, man. Well, let's go over it again.
Okay,
let's see if that's right.
Okay.
Because right now you got it on the trash. All right, bet. Chris Jericho defeated the Legends. Okay.
Ricky Steamboat did. Oh well, he surprised me at that. I remember that.
It should have been a one-on-one match, in my opinion. He should have had them two in his corner.
We got that at Backlash. That was before it was WrestleMania Backlash, but we got that match at Backlash. But yeah, it should have been a one-on-one at Mania.
Yeah, and just have Piper and Jimmy Snuka in his corner.
Yeah. But you gotta promote the wrestler. You gotta promote these movies, man. Mickey Rourke.
You could have did that in a one-on-one match. It didn't matter.
This is a WrestleMania moment.
Okay. Yeah, it was old Chris Jericho. Today he's beating up young Chris Jericho. That's what it was. So Rey Mysterio defeated JBL, become the IC champion. I didn't really care for that match. It was okay. WWE Tag Team Champions defeated the World Tag Team Champions, which we should see. This is what we should be saying this year, but we're not going to say that. Matt Hardy defeated Jeff Hardy in the Extreme Rules match. Santina Marella is the first ever Mrs. WrestleMania because he won the first ever 25 Diva Battle Royal. Anyway, move on. John Cena defeated Edge in the Big Show. I did not care for that storyline or match. Triple H defeated Randy Orton. The storyline was great. The match was meh. CM Punk again wins the Money in the Bank ladder match, second year in a row. Undertaker defeated Shawn Michaels. That's the best thing about the show. I'm gonna put meh. Only reason it gets meh is because of Taker and Shawn. Other than that, it would have been trash. You can't have trash with a match that everybody considered one of the greatest matches ever, if not the greatest match
Okay.
in Mania history.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll put it
And
at meh. That is the only reason, because I can tell you a million. Because this is the crazy part to me. So I was gonna call it WrestleMania Backlash. So so Backlash, literally the month after, righted every single wrong that that WrestleMania had done, because we had a Triple H versus Randy Orton, which was just an insane feud. One of the best build-ups to a WrestleMania main event, I could say, that ended in a normal match when you should have realistically had a stipulation. So now we go to Backlash and we have the McMahons and Triple H against Legacy in like a street fight. Just like that's a better main event than what we had at this match. You had a I Quit match between both of the Hardy brothers, where one of the Hardy brothers was going to leave they were going to separate. It's just like, well, that's what this should have happened at Mania. You had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Chris Jericho at Backlash. Yeah. It's just like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they did all of these things at Backlash instead of doing these things at Mania when it would have made the most sense. Like, to me, like, Mania just was terrible. But Taker and Shawn was really, really solid. It was an amazing match. And it was literally the only thing that saved that entire show. So I'll put it at meh because of that match, but other than that, the entire show was trash.
Right. I'm with you. The Taker
and Cena and Edge also had a great last man standing match at the Backlash also.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Got anything? Lizzie, you got anything?
That show, yeah.
Bro, it was so bad, bro.
It was really bad. I remember it was so bad. I remember getting halfway through it, and I told my uncle, "You know what, dude? You're taping it, right?" All right. And I went out and hung out with my friends, and I watched the rest of it later that night. And I fast forward to a good chunk because it was bad. It was nothing about it except for the Taker, like you said, the Taker match. I watched the Taker Shawn match. That shit was. I really thought Shawn was gonna beat Taker, but other than that.
I did the first one, but the next one, what we're about to get into. What up, Trish? And D-Will. That's the one I thought Shawn was going to win. And we're about to get into that WrestleMania 26. I'm going to have to go back and watch that match because I'm still debating on which one of the two were their best matches between Shawn and Taker. A lot of people say 25. I originally thought 26, but I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it to see. But let's get into 26. We have Yoshitatsu. Wow. Wins the 26-man battle royal. Okay. Show Miz, which is Big Show and the Miz, defeated John Morrison and R-Truth. Randy Orton defeated Ted DiBiase. Jack Swagger wins the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Man, Jack Swagger had a second match in that match with the what is it called? The briefcase, and trying to get that thing out, dude. Oh my God.
Triple H defeated Sheamus, young Sheamus. Rey Mysterio defeated CM Punk. Bret Hart came back and defeated Mr. McMahon. Man, so Vincent got beat up by Shawn, Hogan, and Bret. Wow. World Heavyweight Championship match. Chris Jericho defeated Edge. I didn't like that. I didn't like that outcome of that.
That was stupid.
Vicky Guerrero team wins a 10 Divas tag match. John Cena defeated Batista to become WWE champion. Undertaker once again defeated Shawn Michaels. For me, this is is either male or okay. I mean, yeah, I'm going with male.
Yeah, same. I'll put it.
Like Taker,
because the only other matches that were good on here, because the build for CM Punk and Mysterio was a really good match, and the match itself was actually really solid too. The only thing that sucked about that match was that it was only given 6 minutes, which is a fucking travesty. But yeah, the ending to Jericho and Edge sucked. Cena versus Batista wasn't good as their first match that they had. I remember that. Yeah, their SummerSlam match was way better. I remember being let down by this. And again, the best match on the card, Undertaker and Michaels was in the main event where it should have been in the first place. So that was good. But I guess I'll just put this in mad too because I wasn't really impressed with anything else. So it's just an okay card. Max, what do you think? Same thing?
Yeah, it was mad. The only thing that really had that build up was the main event. They built that whole pay-per-view around the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. You know, this is it. This is Shawn's big one. Like it felt, I don't know. The whole event just kind of felt just like it was just all they could talk about was that. All it was building was towards that. That's all they wanted to talk about was that. It was kind of an overkill for a lot of that shit.
And Lizard, have you seen this one? 26?
Man. I mean, I think
until we get to 30.
My thing is, I've seen them. I just don't like remember them because I don't really watch stuff like over and over. So
yeah,
because I was that's why like I wasn't really gonna get on the podcast because of this, but then I was like, fuck it, because I'm gonna be there. So, but
just looking at all this stuff on the second page.
Yeah, but just looking at the card, I'm gonna say mad too because it doesn't really look that interesting. Especially like with the Team Vicky thing, like
that was
you were not missing. I was gonna say you weren't missing anything with that. Holy
you
smoke.
see, I didn't even announce all the people in there. Team Vicky won.
Yep.
They started doing a lot of battle royals as we started to go through these cards because we start off 27 with the Great Khali winning the over the top battle royal match. Big Show, Kane, Santino Marella, and Kofi Kingston defeated the Core. I forgot the Core even had a match.
Oh man.
Snooki and Trish from Snooki from Jersey Shore and Trish Stratus defeated and John Morrison. They won their match. I can't remember. They don't even say who they fought up against, but okay.
They fought Cool and Dolph, didn't they?
I want to say yes.
Yeah.
The Miz in the main event defeated John Cena. Miz had a concussion. The match did not turn out good, in my opinion. Because of that, he wasn't his right self. But Edge defeated Alberto Del Rio before he retired. That opened up the show, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes defeated Rey Mysterio. I remember that. That was a good match. Randy Orton defeated CM Punk. That was a good match. Undertaker defeated Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. That was pretty good. Michael Cole was hilarious. Defeated Jerry the King Lawler in his match. That is that's a
meh for me.
That's a meh.
That's again like it's saved by Taker and Triple H. This whole card sucked. I didn't care for most of it.
The Rock hosted that WrestleMania.
The Rock hijacked hijacked the main event. The Rock hijacked the show.
It was hijacked definitely by The Rock, and then the whole Miz being John Cena thing. It was a shocker, but it was setting up more or less the feud that we knew was building up for John Cena and The Rock because we already heard the writing on the walls on the internet.
Right.
And we heard that Rock was going to do an angle with John Cena at the event. We heard that this was going to be a build-up for a year. I mean, the writing was already being told all over the internet at the time that, Rock and Cena are going to be doing an angle next year. So, I mean, it was surprising that The Miz won because we thought John Cena was going to go into the year as the champion and feud with The Rock. But it didn't work out that way. Miz ended up being on top. But even that match, like you said, with Miz having concussion, he could have done a way better match. It could have been a way better match. But it was very limited. Very limited.
Yeah. What up, Don? So we all agree on that. That's meh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to 28 World Tag Team Champions. Primo and Epico defeated the Usos. Usos making their first WrestleMania debut, and also Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. I used to love that tag team, man. Big Show defeated Cody Rhodes. I did not like Cody Rhodes losing to the Big Show. Big Show's face, and it's like, oh, you bullying me? I didn't like it. I didn't like it. How you get bullied and you come on, man. But this started the Yes Movement. Sheamus defeated Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight Championship. The fans were pissed off the rest of the night after that, and Daniel Bryan was cheered every night on since then until they put that man in the main event, because real wrestling fans did not appreciate that.
And it set a record. Remember, WrestleMania record also that night.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm sorry, I started reading comments.
One of the greatest indie wrestlers at that time.
Doing all right,
Bryan
bro.
Danielson, the American Dragon, one of the best fucking indie wrestlers up to that point. And they had him job at his first WrestleMania like a bitch.
In a title match.
In the opening match.
It was, I was so fucking mad because I was such a Ring of Honor fan at the time. That I was like, oh, here we go. All right, Bryan Danielson on the main event, American Dragon. Here we go. You know, he's going to be on the main stage. And he got jobbed so fucking fast. And it was like, that's what we're doing, huh?
Yeah, the crowd.
At that time, as a kid, I called Sheamus Irish Triple H. So I was like, oh, so they're just going to put it on Irish Triple H. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, correct. The crowd wasn't that happy about that. I'm sorry. CM Punk defeated Chris Jericho in a match that everybody said probably should have been the main event for the WWE Championship. Kane defeated Randy Orton. That match was pretty good. Undertaker and Triple H in the Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels as the referee. Goated match.
It was a great match.
Kelly and Maria defeated Beth Phoenix and Eve. Eve took that match. I didn't care for the match, but Eve took a nice. What's the name of Beth Phoenix finisher?
Glam Slam, yeah.
Yeah, Glam Slam off the top rope, which was crazy. Team Johnny defeated Team Teddy. I don't even know why they did that. SmackDown versus Raw. The Rock defeated John Cena. I'm gonna put this one as that crowd was hot. That crowd was hot for that. And then even for the main event, the crowd was like, because it was The Rock. I'm gonna put that as great. Because Cena and Chris Jericho was fired. I love the tag match. Undertaker and Triple H killed it. The Rock and Cena, that was a good match. So
looking at this card it's interesting because the matches that were good on this card. The matches that weren't were very mid or just very okay. So that's why I don't know. It's very I'm stuck right now between putting it at okay and great because like what? The WWE Championship match, the main event, and that Hell in a Cell match were all really, really, really great matches.
The tag match was good too, man. Go back and watch
man.
It was a great show.
Tag match. Tag match was good too, man.
I didn't see the Primo and Epico Justin Gabriel Tyson Kidd match.
Yeah, and the Usos. That was a good match.
All right. I'll put it at great. I'll put it at great. Max, what about you?
Yeah, I said I agree with the great. I just remember the next night after that WrestleMania is when we found out that they were going to do Cena Rock again.
Right.
Twice in a lifetime.
Right.
And I remember that Monday night Raw, we all heard the rumors on the internet that, oh, they're going to run it back. And it's like, they're not going to have a feud between these two for a full year. Bullshit. We underestimated WWE that time, and they did it. And they've done it. This is honestly that pay-per-view right there, the Rock Cena one, started that carbon copy that they started. I mean, they've done for 20 years almost now, where it's just the same, kind of the same layout all the fucking time. You know, a big return going against a current star, and it's always that kind of build-up bullshit. And yeah, exactly. We should have got Rock versus Punk the second time around.
We absolutely should have, yeah.
But this one, I remember being a kid just thinking, like, this is going to be good. Yeah. And then I remember after it thinking, fuck, we're going to see it again. Well, that kind of takes away from it. So It was a great show. It would be goated if it was the one and only, but knowing that we had a second one coming, it was great.
Bro,
And
and
no one
that
seen it
second
was gonna
match
win
was-
it. Yeah.
Goodness gracious, yeah. Yeah, everybody saw the outcome for that second match, yeah.
Right.
It was, yeah.
So we leaving it at great.
Yeah, we're putting it at great. We're putting it at great.
All right, cool. 29. The Miz defeated Wade Barrett. This was actually a pre-show match. That's when they started that. Fandango defeated Chris Jericho. Jeez.
Shout out Dirty
Team-
Django.
Yeah. Team Hell No defeated Dolph Ziggler and Big E for the WWE Tag Team Champions. Mark Henry defeated Ryback. I love that personally because I love that personally because Mark Henry, well, I'm not gonna go there, but yeah. Good job, Mark. On that. Triple H defeated Brock Lesnar in a no holds barred match. If Lesnar would have won, Triple H would have had to retire. The Shield defeated Randy Orton, Big Show, and Sheamus. Undertaker in a great match defeated CM Punk. A match that had no business happening. Alberto Del Rio defended his title against Jack Swagger.
Oh, Jesus.
And then you had WWE champion John Cena John Cena won a championship, WWE championship from The Rock. I'm contemplating on this one. The main event was predictable.
I put this at meh because the one good match on this card was Punk. Where this was Undertaker's last great match for the streak. Like after this match, especially since the streak was over the next year, but that match he had against Lesnar at 30 wasn't great. Like his match with Punk was the last really good match he had at Mania. So yeah, I'll put it at meh because of that, but everything else on here was just, and the main event was very predictable. I did not care for it. This entire card just sucks. It sucks, dude.
Bro,
Like,
the world
it's
heavyweight
so bad.
champion Del Rio versus Jack Swagger, dog.
This was like the definition of a mid card, dude. Like this was so mid.
You gotta remember too, this was at the time of them starting the whole Jack Swagger racist ass shit because Del Rio is Mexican too.
Yeah.
So I was even more as a Latin person like, yo, this is dumb. Like, I understand getting heat, but that's racist heat.
Yeah.
You just got done with Booker T and the whole Triple H thing of 5 years ago, and now we're doing the Mexican thing now, where we can't believe a Mexican is a champion.
What?
What happened at the table?
Wait, whoa. He said,
Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
Like, for real?
It looks real. I was watching it a second ago. That's what I was doing when I was looking down. I got it
why?
sent to me.
Why?
Will Smith made a joke about Jada Smith. She has a shaved head, and he told Jada Pinkett Smith, "Can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2." And then Will Smith went up there and smacked the shit out of him, and then yelled at him, "Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth."
Damn.
Yeah, look it up.
Oh shit. Hold on, cuz.
Yeah, hold up a second. I gotta.
And then walked off like, yeah, I meant that. And Chris just kept talking.
Damn! Oh!
Every weekend, bro. Hey.
Oh, like he's serious.
You can hear the microphone too. Pick it up. You can hear the microphone pick up the hit.
Damn!
Wow.
He just like walked up and walked off, bro.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of MC Gusto. Let it be known.
This man hooked his ass, bro.
Bro, y'all gotta remember Will is from Philly, man.
Yo!
This man walked up like he was hooked, bro.
And he's popping
He just walked off.
Oh, no. Okay.
Ew.
He said he no-sold slap. Wow.
No, he ain't no so. He staggered. He moved back a little bit.
So now they're
Yeah,
asking,
he was
is it
scared. He
fake
thought
or
he
is
was
it
gonna beat his
real?
ass.
Now they're asking, is it fake or is it real?
I don't know, dog. Will looked like he was mad.
Oh, Will's yelling is heated,
Damn,
but he's
bro,
a good actor
yeah,
too.
he's pissed, bro. Wow, holy smokes.
I mean, he looks
Bro.
heated, but he's a good actor. I want to know if that hit was real because you
I-
hear something get picked up on the mic, some kind of contact.
Yeah, Chris kind of looked.
Yeah, Chris looks salty as hell or no?
Oh shit.
And then watch Chris talk after it. He's like, "We're here to present a documentary. I mean, a documentary." Like he got a little shook up.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, let's get
Damn.
back on subject.
Bro, I was gonna say this completely stopped. God
Good
damn.
Lord, that
Holy
was
smokes.
crazy. Tony always coming
Wow.
in with something.
Every time, bro.
He's always coming in with
Man.
something, man.
Breaking news from the Get the Table.
You gotta hit every time.
Oh
He
man,
need to be the drama alert of Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, for 29. Jeez, that threw me off. I would. Jeez, man, I want to talk about that now. But 29 is a meh for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Was
He
definitely
smacked the shit out of him, bro.
We need that match at Mania. Can we book
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. Vince McMahon is on the phone right now. Vince needs to get on the phone right now and
Yep.
call Will Smith.
We're gonna
Chris
see on
Rock.
Raw tomorrow. They're gonna be like, "Hey, Logan Paul and Dom, you're sitting this one out. We're getting Will
Exactly,
Smith."
bro.
Yeah, facts,
No.
bro.
Chris Rock to be teaming up with the Miz. Will
Oh
Smith to be
my
teaming up
God.
with Ray.
Yeah, he definitely connected. I just saw that one, bro. That's
Goodness.
he definitely connected.
That is, yeah, bro. That is
And you know
That
Chris
is
Rock jokes is
crazy.
Chris don't care with his jokes, boy. Whoo, wee. You learn, man. Okay, WrestleMania
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
We almost at the end, y'all. Let's
Holy
get it.
smokes.
Daniel Bryan defeated Triple H to put him in the main event for the title against Randy Orton and Batista at the time. The Shield defeated Kane, New Age Outlaws. AJ Lee won the Divas Championship Invitational. Usos defeated the Real Americans, Rob Beck and Curtis Axel, for the WWE Tag Team Championship, I should say. Cesaro had his WrestleMania moment. He won the first ever Andre the Giant Battle Royal. John Cena defeated Bray Wyatt. Brock Lesnar defeated The Undertaker. And then Daniel Bryan went on to win the title versus Randy Orton and Batista. I'm going to put this one as okay.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Because
No, that's a man. That's a hardcore man.
the Brock Lesnar defeating Undertaker pissed me off. The Shield.
I completely missed that actually. I was literally away and then it happened and I was just because I that was my bathroom break. I was watching the match and I was just like, this is not a good match. Like I was just like, this is whatever. I'm just gonna go take a piss and then when he wins, it'll be all right. I got back, my whole world changed.
the first ever WWE Network special too, right?
Yes.
First
yes, it
WWE
was.
Network pay-per-view. So and then right after that, you had the AJ Lee and all these divas, they had to follow that. And didn't nobody care about that match anyway. Cesaro winning was cool because we thought the Andre Giant Battle Royal meant something at the time. We thought it was going to be something. So Cesaro winning was cool, but it turned out to be nothing. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
It's a mid show to me.
Huh?
Looking back at it for me, it's a mid show because of that stuff. Where at the time we thought the Andre the Giant shit was gonna be something. We thought, a lot of this. We thought Bray was gonna beat John Cena, and this was gonna be the push to Bray Wyatt. Finally, we thought, and this whole fucking pay per view ended up being another WWE goddamn pay per view, not a WrestleMania, but a WWE pay per view that we got shoved all year into our faces. We got shoved into our face again.
Like the only thing
put it-
good
Yeah,
is
Brian and
the Daniel
Cesaro
Bryan
carried.
stuff.
I put it at okay. I put it at okay because of the Daniel Bryan story. I put it at okay because of at this time, the stuff with the Shield, they were really popping, and I thought their match was really good. Not really good, but I thought it was good. Cesaro winning, you have to downplaying it a lot because that crowd popped huge when he picked up the Big Show and threw him over the ropes. That crowd went nuts. Get the Tables actually reposted that a few weeks ago, and it was nuts how loud they got.
I remember when it happened, it was a great moment, but nothing came out of it, and that's what sucks dick looking back on the actual pay-per-view.
Nothing came out of it, but the show itself, that was a pretty crazy moment that happened at the show. Other than that, though, other than those things specifically, like I said, match with The Undertaker, mid.
Trash.
The only thing that it's known for is the fact that he lost, which I thought was pretty terrible that he lost that match.
The match was horrible.
Yeah,
it was awful.
It was bad.
He was gassed.
Called?
He was gassed in the first fucking half of that match. Undertaker was so fucking gassed.
Yeah.
And he was hurt.
Just picking up a dead body that whole fucking time.
The match with what is it called? Cena and Bray was very disappointing because Cena didn't need to go over at all in that match. Bray should have won 1,000%. So that was a very disappointing match. And going into it, I was just like, there's no way that Cena wins this match because what are the benefits of Cena winning this match? Especially when Cena was doing less dates at this point too. He was not as full time as he was.
The week before WrestleMania, when those kids surrounded the ring with the fucking sheet mask, singing "He's got the whole world in his hands," telling John, "It's my turn, John. I have the world in my hands now. It's my turn, John." I truly believe this was going to be the tossing of like Bray Wyatt's about to be that next guy, man. He's really, I mean, they went all out with the, the lights and the gimmicks and all that stuff, and he fucking gets jobbed.
I was gonna say when in reality, this is just the beginning of the start, stop that we would always see following Bray's career.
That was literally the worst thing about Bray.
If I could read through the cracks of this bullshit, I would have seen what was about to be the next like 8 years of this bullshit.
Just very.
I didn't see through the cracks at the time. I just thought, okay, it's Super Cena. This is what they're gonna do. I should have seen it now that we look back. This was the start of Bray Wyatt's weird up and down relationship with Vince McMahon, where he was Vince's hot toy for the moment, and then he didn't like him anymore. Then he liked him, and then it was sad.
But yeah, I put this card just in the middle. Because there was a lot of things that I really liked about this card, and then there was other things that just didn't do anything for me. So I put it in the middle. But if you guys wanted to put it in mad too, then I wouldn't be mad at that either, because I can see both sides. Because there was more than one thing on this that I thought was really good on this card. So
we got 29 in mid.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, did you not think 29 was?
Oh, yeah, you didn't do that.
No, I'm just saying, because if 29 is in mid, I might have to put 30 in mid too.
You're comparing 29 and 30?
Outside of Daniel Bryan, nothing to talk about.
What are you talking about? What about the what is it called? Hold on a second.
Cesaro? I'm sorry, not 30. 31. So 31.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what about Brock Lesnar beating Undertaker was a memorable moment at that card on that show.
It shouldn't have happened.
You said you didn't like it though, so yeah, I guess that for you that would be a good enough reason to put it on there, man.
And the match was bad. Like at least
it was
if the match was good, I would have been like, all right, at least that's a memorable moment and it's a good match. I could go back and rewatch. I can't rewatch that match.
Like you said, the only thing memorable is that he lost. That's it.
Yeah.
What's more memorable is the guy doing this.
Yeah, and then the fact that
anything else.
Like it wasn't no real build up to him like lose. It was no, like close pinfall here, close pinfall. It was just there you go, you're done. He's hurt. Bye. And the crowd was like, oh, really? Yeah. So
I mean, bro. Now that we're talking about, did you guys see that Matt Hardy recently talked about this match? And he said that he hated the idea of it when it happened, but now looking back at everything that Brock Lesnar has done since, taking the streak from him, he's cool with it. He kind of understands why they did it.
but it's even Taker said it should have been Roman.
Yeah, Brock didn't really need it though.
Brock didn't need it. Brock was gonna be
Brock
that
is
beast
Brock.
regardless.
Yeah,
Like
Nah.
that's why he was able to come back in his first match after years of being gone. He was able to lose to Cena, and it didn't affect him at all in the Extreme Rules match. And,
Well, because you gotta remember, 2 years before this match, Undertaker was at that UFC fight for Brock Lesnar, and they crossed each other's paths, and that's when we thought we were going to get that match. It would have made sense for that 2 years ago when Brock Lesnar was considered the baddest guy when he was doing the UFC shit. By
Right.
this point, he had been knocked out, he had been tapped out, he wasn't a UFC guy anymore,
he was
and on
sick,
top of that,
yeah.
it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, he wasn't the baddest dog in the yard right there at that moment. I mean, it made Brock into the baddest guy, but it was one of those things. It's just they did it 2 years ago when they first had their cross, meeting in the UFC thing, that would have made more sense. But 2 years later, you call him out, like it made, and it makes sense to me. And then when he beat him, I was like, okay, so what do you do now? Like, what do you do now with this?
Yeah, so I mean, that's 30 is a meh to me. 29 is a meh, 30 is a meh. Let's go to 31. A lot of people love this WrestleMania. Let's get into it. The pre-show, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro defeated the Usos.
That was a fire
yeah,
fucking
that was
match.
a good match.
That match, I watched that match back so many times that year. That was a great fucking tag team match, and it was on a pre-show. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
I think was that Jimmy that got hurt, or was it Jay? They got hurt. He thrown against the barricade and hurt his shoulder.
I think it was Jay. I think that was the beginning of Jay's issues with his medication and drinking.
Okay. But that still ended up being fired because Natalia and Naomi got involved. The New Day was involved in that. Los Matadores was involved. They was in a match. Randy Orton defeated Seth Rollins in a banger match. AJ Lee and Paige defeated the Bella Twins. John Cena defeated Rusev, another up-and-coming guy that was about to get over. And John Cena just wouldn't lose. And then Undertaker defeated Bray Wyatt. Which I wasn't really that mad at because I was still like mad about the year prior. And I was like, Undertaker better not lose 2 years in a row. So for me personally, I wasn't mad, but it was. Look at
Brad. Yeah.
Bray
Uh,
didn't want to beat Taker would have been dope.
Daniel Bryan did win the IC championship in the ladder match. It was some crazy spots between Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose.
I still remember that power bomb through that ladder.
Yeah.
That shit was brutal.
Big Show wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Triple H defeated Sting. And then we had Roman versus
Trash.
Roman versus Brock. which
Oh
was-
man, dude.
Roman versus Brock was their best match in my opinion.
I was getting into that match until Seth showed up.
And then
Yeah.
Seth
I got
came
into
out.
that match
Seth
when he
cashed in.
came in.
Bro, that match was good.
I thought-
I'm sorry, that match was good to me. That was their best match.
Actually, it was good because he didn't
I'm-
completely just beat him.
I'm saying the
So,
whole match
yeah.
was fire. Like the whole match was fire. Seth coming into the match added to how great that match was. I'm saying.
Yeah.
We
Like it
knew
was already a
happening,
good
too.
match, and then Seth came out and cashed in. I was just like,
We knew it was
Fuck
happening
yes.
too. We knew Seth was cashing in at
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean, that year they kept talking about all the records of WrestleMania, all the things that they never talked about anybody ever cashing in at WrestleMania. So I remember all year people were saying, you know why Seth's holding on to that? He's cashing in at WrestleMania. I mean, we knew it was gonna happen, but when he did it, that shit went crazy. I remember everybody lost their shit because the Money in the Bank at that time had a success rate of 100%. So it was.
I'm so confused on why people still don't do that. Like they rarely cash it in or don't cash in at Mania. So that's what I would do.
I don't know. I'm struggling between okay
I'm putting
and
it
great.
at okay. I'm putting it at okay.
Because even though Sting
Because-
lost,
That Sting Triple H match was for Vince's ego, and that was bullshit.
And they rolled
John
out.
Cena
Remember,
beating
they rolled out
Rusev?
DX. They rolled out NWO for that
Yeah,
also.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was for Vince's ego. Cena beating Rusev. The only positive was what happened after the fact was the U.S. title challenge, because we got to
Oh yeah,
see
open challenge. Yeah.
he put some shine onto Zayn, onto Neville, and onto Owens, who benefited the most out of that with that win at Elimination Chamber,
No.
or with that Money in the Bank. but that was it.
You can't have my man riding out in a fucking tank to lose to Cena. No.
I'm not saying no. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I said the only thing to come out of that was the things after the WrestleMania. At WrestleMania itself, no thank you.
I was watching the main event still salty that John Cena beat fucking Rusev because I'm like, come the fuck on, dude. Like,
it was
Hey,
2
I
years
was
in a row.
a Cena fan at the time, so shit.
It was 2 years in a row where Cena winning in these matches didn't make any sense. Taker versus Bray, that also didn't make any sense. This was just to give Taker his win back after losing the year prior, but the streak's already gone. So what the hell?
and of course, typical
Bray should have
Bray
been next in line.
Typical
Exactly.
Bray shoots amazing fucking promos leading up to this shit, talking how Taker lost his power since he lost his win, and now he doesn't have what it takes anymore. He's getting old. Time to patch the torch. There's a new darkness around here. There's a new darkness that's covering W. Nope. Jobber City.
Taker really didn't need to win that because it
he
wasn't
didn't.
like he was around anymore.
Yeah.
Like Bray should have been the new Taker after that. But
And AJ Page and the Bellas ones, this is just garbage. So I'm just gonna
Yes.
put this at okay. So
Yeah, I'm
everything
okay.
else on the card was fantastic, but I'm
Yeah.
putting, because of all this other extra filler shit, I'm putting and just some of the dumb decisions, some of the dumb booking decisions that they made. I'm gonna put it at
still
okay.
seen in matches though.
You also
Yes,
got that
the matches
fire
that
RKO
were
from Randy.
fire. Yeah, the matches that were good were really good, but
Great matches, horrible outcome.
terrible booking on the
Yeah.
other end. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it at okay.
I agree with you. I'll put it at
Yeah.
okay too. Let's get to 32. The first one in Dallas. A lot of people. I rewatched this one 2 weeks ago, and I was like, maybe it was a little better than I thought. Just like I said with 35, but we'll see. Let's get into it. The pre-show had Kalisto defeated Ryback. Ryback lost again, punk ass. Lost to Kalisto. And Kalisto is the
But remember, Triple H's career was disappointing to Ryback.
Yeah, eat a dick, Ryback.
Right? But Triple H never lost the opening pre-show match to a guy who weighs 200 pounds less than him. So,
Right.
you
Shout out to Kalisto for beating Ryback for the U.S. title.
Right.
Yo, shut up.
Shout
Hey,
out to Kalisto
Kalisto.
for standing up to bullies.
Yeah, you a
right,
real one,
right.
Kalisto. We love you on this podcast.
Total Divas defeated Team Bad and Blonde, which was it was Naomi, Lana, it was Paige.
Jesus, that's when they were doing this shit. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah. So let's move on. Lita comes out and introduce the new women's title at WrestleMania. Usos defeated the Dudley Boys. Zack Ryder in a very great match defeated Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, Miz, and Sin Cara to win the IC Championship. That was a fire match. Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, fire match. Chris Jericho got the win in that. And then we got a meh match, but a good outcome at the end because of the legends. Was League of Nations defeating the New Day in a non-title match. This is when New Day really got over with the fans. I remember being there and I was like, shit, everybody is chanting for New Day. This shit is crazy. After they booed them for years, or for like a year and a half. And then Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, and Mick Foley came out and made the whole segment, had their WrestleMania moment. Stone Cold stunned everybody, to keep a long story short. Brock Lesnar defeated Dean Ambrose. A match that should have been better than what it was, but a match that wasn't as bad as people say it is.
Oh, God.
I went back and rewatched
Crazy
it.
Uncle Dean.
Yeah, I went back and rewatched this pay-per-view 2 weeks ago. I was like, okay, the match was a little bit better than what I thought, but I understand. It could have been way better, but it was still a pretty entertaining match. Charlotte defeated Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, probably the best women's match at Mania so far. That has to be the best women's match of all time.
Well, it was
right
the
now.
start of the women's revolution. That match
Well,
was
actually-
the start of the women's revolution.
We still got Sasha and Bianca, so that's up there too.
Yeah. I was gonna say
yeah.
Sasha Bianca's probably
That
above
triple
that.
threat
This was when we
fire.
first saw women wrestlers and not divas. Like
Right.
we saw AJ Lee, we saw Paige, we saw some of those, but we still had people that were wrestling in like high heel wrestling shoes, and it was weird. This was the first time that we actually saw, like, we got 3 women wrestlers in here, like actual wrestlers going at it. Like, I was hyped for that match. I remember for a women's match, that was the bathroom break for me. Usually, like, oh, it's a Playboy pillow fight, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
This one, I remember being hyped. Like, did the women wrestle yet? All right, cool. Hold up, I'm about to watch. I was planted for that shit because they went all out on that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what my bathroom break was. We'll get to it in a little bit.
Undertaker defeated Shane McMahon.
There we go. That's it.
In a match that was outside of the spots. It wasn't good.
The spot. All you had, because you know what? I was able to go use the bathroom because I was just like, you know what? I got at least a good 20 minutes before Shane jumps off of something real high.
And Shane was gassed in the first 10 minutes because you could tell he was not ready for that shit. He was sweating really bad, I remember. Undertaker, he had a really bad dye job at that time. It was just really funky. It was a really funky match. And we all knew Shane was just going to do a high spot. That's all it was. But we knew Shane wasn't going to win.
Shane spent all that energy running up and down the ramp with his kids. Yeah, he was done from that.
He said that himself in an interview that he got gassed from doing the whole little dance at the beginning with his kids and running around. He even admitted too that when he got inside the ring, he started noticing he was breathing a little hard. If you watch it, he noticed he blew himself up on the fucking stage before he even got to the ring and was telling himself, "Okay, breathe. Okay, breathe. Okay, breathe." But yeah, he got too hyped up, and that's why you see the rest of the match. He was just gassing. He was just sweating. He was always just leaning over and shit. Yeah.
The ramp was a decent size, but the side to side of the stage going from left to right, that's where all the energy comes in on that stage.
Remember they was running up and down the ramp around his kids and shit like that, and it was crazy. It was
that side to side because it was shaped like a star. It was huge. That part was huge. Baron Corbin, I was very happy about this because he was repping NXT at the time. Came in,
man. The lone wolf, Baron Corbin,
and won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You had a spot with Shaq and Big Show, which was nothing. DDP came back for that match. It was Baron Corbin won, got a huge pop, and I was one of the people cheering for him. I was chanting NXT and all that with the rest of them. John Cena returns to help The Rock go up against Eric Rowan and the Wyatt family. That match was more talking than anything.
3 years in a row. It's just
right.
Goodness gracious, bro.
And then the match that people were upset about because they did not want Roman Reigns to win. Roman defeated Triple H. Triple H he didn't belong in that match as a champion. If y'all remember, he won the Royal Rumble. People was pissed off about that. It was like, why is he putting himself in this match? The hot spot was when Stephanie got speared by Roman.
Well, because the bullshit thing was we knew at this time he was the CEO or COO, and it was made public that he had an office position. You know, the years before this, we knew he was working in the back, but it wasn't publicly out there that, you know, Triple H was an office guy. This WrestleMania, he was that office guy who put him there because he is an office guy. He felt like he could put himself in that position. I hated the fucking fact that he didn't deserve it. Where do you come off to fucking just take off the whole year? You win a Royal Rumble and now you get the main event WrestleMania?
I mean, okay. We got 3 good matches out of that.
And you can't say it's because Orton was hurt that year, because Orton was originally supposed to start his feud that year with Bray Wyatt, they said. That's why they did the whole John Cena Rock thing, was because there was originally supposed to be a Bray Wyatt Randy Orton match. So it's like, what the fuck, man? You really planned that bullshit finish? Like, I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
Triple H.
I got 3 good matches out of that. I really love those 3 matches, but it's either okay or meh for me.
It's a meh.
I'll put it at meh.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. WrestleMania 33. We almost there, y'all. The Cruiserweight champion Neville defeated Austin Aries. Mojo Rawley won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Dean Ambrose defeated Baron Corbin for the IC Championship. The New Day, well, we gonna skip that because that wasn't a match. AJ Styles defeated Shane McMahon.
Surprisingly good match. Yeah.
Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho for the United States Championship. Raw Women's Champion Bayley defeated Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax in a 4-way elimination match. The Hardy Boys came back, which was huge. They won a 4-way ladder match with the I was about to say Bullet Club with the what were they? The OC?
I think they were just Gallows and Anderson at that time. They weren't even going by the OC. They weren't associated with AJ at the time.
And
I heard that or the club.
Cass and Enzo and all them. So Hardy's killed it after having a ladder match at Ring of Honor the night before.
Yeah, literally the night before. Yeah.
I was gonna say they had that
they're
fucking
jumping off
crazy ass ladder match. Yeah, the night before.
Vince told the Young Bucks, he's just like, take care of our boys. Yeah.
Boy.
Oh shit, it's funny.
John Cena and Nikki Bella defeated Miz and Maurice. Then Cena proposed to Nikki, which they didn't get married. Seth Rollins defeated Triple H in a non-sanctioned match. I was so happy to see Seth back because I knew that injury he had was crazy. Randy Orton defeated Randy Orton defeated Bray Wyatt.
Wow, I didn't even remember.
Oh, that's when he won the
ring,
chamber.
the crazy
Fucking-
ring, and
the
all
sperm.
that stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh,
The giant
That's
shit.
what I was telling you guys. The year before this, we were supposed to have this feud, but because Orton hurt, he re-injured his shoulder that he injured back in the days from Kennedy. He re-injured that shoulder again. He was out for that WrestleMania, so they couldn't do anything for Bray. So the next year, we got this elaborate fucking Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton match, which
That shit was dope.
started that fucking roller
Oh,
coaster.
goodness gracious.
Naomi
team.
defeated Alexa Bliss, Natalya, Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Mickie James to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker in a match Undertaker is not happy about because he felt like he should have gotten better shape and did better for Roman.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar
Bro,
defeated
Roman was
Goldberg.
running circles around his ass at the end, bro. That shit was funny.
Brock Lesnar defeated Goldberg to win the Universal Championship, which was their best match out of all the matches they had. Man, that is WrestleMania 33.
I put that at great. I think that was
Yeah.
I personally really like that card. I thought that was a really good card.
Because AJ and Shane was a pretty good match, and then
That ended up that was way better than it had every right to be.
exactly.
Austin Aries and Neville was actually good too.
Yeah.
that was good,
Oh
man.
Well, they
my
just-
god, yeah,
They
you're
put
right.
over the right people who were supposed to go over on this show.
Except for
I
Exactly.
mean, that's what it was. A lot of the people who need to be put over, who should have been put over, got put over, you know?
Yeah,
except
Bray should have been put over.
Bray, poor Bray.
Damn, man.
By that-
Like,
Let's
Every
admit, by
year,
that
man.
time-
Every
let's admit,
year.
by that time, we saw the writing on the wall, and we knew Bray Wyatt's career was what it
Goodness
was. By that
gracious.
time, at that WrestleMania, we knew the writing on the wall was just...
He even won
I
the
remember
he
after
was
that
the
Randy Orton
champion
match, we were
walking
all
in
begging
there.
for Bray to get released then.
Goodness gracious.
all right. So where we put that one? You said great.
Great.
I'm gonna put it at okay.
I'm putting out okay.
Okay. Oh damn. All right.
It-
Listen, what do you say?
I said great because I like that card. too.
You like that
Oh,
one too?
okay.
Okay. Oh shoot. Okay.
Well,
This is
yeah,
what we'll
okay.
do.
Put it
Boom.
at great there. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
boom.
cool with
There we
that
go. All right. Oh, you're cool. Okay, fine. There we go. We won't even. All right. There we go.
For
It
some
was just-
reason,
It's really
I
on the
think
cusp of like you said, there's good things, but there was things that's like, but it was for that era of wrestling. It was a great pay per view.
Mm.
Yeah,
hold on, y'all, because some reason WrestleMania 34 is not pulling up.
Because I mean,
I
think
can.
about
I can grab it. It's.
think about the 3 years leading up to that. We just had 3 pay per views. We just put in back to back to back. So
That's
I
true.
mean, they
That's
brought
true.
it. They at least
Okay.
brought it that year.
You want me to get this one, dope? Until
Yeah,
it's
I
up-
remember it. I remember it being in New Orleans, and that was the better New Orleans WrestleMania out of the two.
You see, that's interesting to me. Okay, so
It was better than 30, man.
we had 3 matches on the pre-show. We had Matt Hardy winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We had Cedric against Mustafa Ali
lovely match.
winning. Cedric winning the Cruiserweight Championship. Naomi winning the Women's Battle Royale. Then the pay-per-view proper started with Rollins defeating Miz and Finn Balor in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title.
Fire.
Charlotte defeating Asuka, ending her streak for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Jinder Mahal defeating Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev for the United States Championship. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeating Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in a tag team match. The Bludgeon Brothers defeating the Usos and the New Day in a triple threat match for the SmackDown Championships. Taker defeating John Cena in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon in Daniel Bryan's return match, defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Nia Jax defeating Alexa Bliss in a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. AJ Styles against Shinsuke Nakamura, or defeating Shinsuke Nakamura in a disappointing match for the WWE Championship. Braun Strowman and Nicholas defeating Cesaro and Sheamus for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns in the main event at WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania 34 with Brock Lesnar going over. That's crazy. Oh man, that happened at WrestleMania 34. Oh man.
Repeat that. I missed something. Say that again.
Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 38 going over Roman Reigns. I meant 34.
Oh, you're funny. Okay.
Oh, but that's all the matches from that WrestleMania. So
That was an okay pay-per-view.
It was better
Very-
than 30.
it would be, that is considered better.
Yeah. So okay.
Altogether, there are better matches. I don't know. For some reason, I remember watching it. Maybe it was because
It was long as
Shinsuke-
hell.
I was gonna say it was long as hell, and I think maybe it's because I was very, very let down by Shinsuke and AJ. Because I watched their Wrestle Kingdom match. That match was amazing. I was expecting a match
more out
that
of them,
well,
too.
and that match wasn't given the proper amount of time, and it just man.
I remember that was the WrestleMania that we realized we weren't going to get NXT Kevin Owens. We weren't going to get NXT, Finn. We weren't going to get NXT Shinsuke. No, we were getting these new versions. We weren't getting a Shinsuke from New Japan. We were getting the new Shinsuke. We got the new Shinsuke AJ match, not the New Japan version of their match. It was that I remember that WrestleMania thinking like these matches could have been way fucking better because I've seen these guys wrestle against each other and have Kevin Owens has had a way better match against Sami Zayn. Way better match, and especially with tag teams. They've done comedy tag team matches before, and yet it was just it wasn't a hit. I mean, a lot of that shit had potential, but it just wasn't a hit because they were wrestling the WWE style. So I mean, it was a weird show for me because I wanted that Shinsuke match so bad to be good, and it wasn't.
So do we all put that at okay?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's an okay one.
All righty.
Moving on. We are on 35, right?
35.
All right. The longest WrestleMania in history. Tony Nese defeated Buddy Murphy for the
That was a good
Cruiserweight
match.
Championship. Carmella won the second annual Women's Battle Royal, but means absolutely nothing. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins defeated the Revival for the Raw Tag Team
that's
Championship.
Pac
I
lost
forgot
the
about
streak.
that. I forgot
The
about that.
losing streak.
Braun Strowman won the 6th annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Oh my God.
Alexa Bliss kicked off WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan, who anyway, moving on with that. Seth Rollins defeated Brock Lesnar to win the Universal Championship. Very entertaining, quick match. AJ Styles defeated Randy Orton. Very good match. Shane McMahon defeated Miz in the Falls Count Anywhere match. I like the
That was a
ending
good
was
match, too.
it was a good spot too. I like that. Usos defeated Aleister Black and Ricochet, DeVar and Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. I mean,
We're
that was-
only halfway through the card now, guys. This is just halfway through the card.
yeah.
Go ahead, continue.
That was a good match too that I completely forgot about until I watched it the other day. The Iconics defeated Bayley and Sasha, Nia Jax and Tamina, Natalya and Beth Phoenix for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Kofi defeated Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Samoa Joe destroyed Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. Roman Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre. The Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, returned to beat up Elias. Triple H defeated Batista, which Batista retired in a no holds barred match. Baron Corbin defeated Kurt Angle in his last match. Finn Balor defeated Bobby Lashley to win the IC Championship. Becky Lynch defeated Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. The longest freaking pay-per-view ever.
I put that at meh. I put that at meh.
I got it as okay.
I put that at meh.
Because
The only match that I really enjoyed was the Kofi Mania match. Everything.
That's the only one?
Listen, Dope. When you have a card this long, time is going to be a factor. I specifically remember watching this card and just being drained. I didn't feel enjoyment watching this match. I didn't feel any type of emotion except from that one match. Every other match was on the card, and this just drove me insane. It drove me crazy. This was 7 hours long. I remember. I counted. That's what I take. Those are the two things I take away from WrestleMania 35. Three things, actually. Kofi Mania, 7 hours, and Ronda's shoulders were clearly off the ropes for the mat for that 3 count. Those are the 3 things I take away from that show. So I put that at meh. That was just a meh WrestleMania. And the setup was trash. It's one of the worst looking Manias.
The LED screen that we got now.
Yeah, that we have now, yeah. So
it was okay, man. Think? I mean, besides it being long, it was still like the tag match was fire. This is something I just recently watched. The women's match was better than what people say it is. The finish was faulty, but the women's match was better. Go rewatch it. Like, get a different perspective when you rewatch stuff. It wasn't a bad match. Like, it wasn't a bad match. Charlotte carried, of course, but like, it wasn't a bad match. The finish was faulty. Roman and Drew, I completely forgot that happened. So
everybody does. Everybody, because I remember everybody at Survivor Series just like, oh, we need Roman and Drew. We've never seen that match before. Or it's like, oh wow, it'd be really cool to see that match one more time because we only saw it at Stomping Grounds. I'm like, yo, it's like, guys, we've had that match like 3 times already. You come on, man. Like,
yeah.
I don't even remember the backstory of that match, honestly.
Yeah,
it wasn't important.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like, it was good matches though. It was just a long ass pay-per-view,
and that's what
I got it as okay. I got it as okay.
Max, what do you got?
I mean, is it better, or I'd say it's that same par of 30. I'd say it's a meh, just because.
Nah, it's better than 30. No.
I don't know.
Kofi Mania was the only highlight of that whole thing.
Kofi Mania, man. Like, yeah. Like,
and by that time that Kofi came out and did his thing, the crowd was just tired from being there for 4 hours already.
Yeah, like remember. It peaked at the midway point, it peaked, and that was it.
I remember the crowd went crazy for Kofi Mania, and after that, it was just like,
we're
ready to go home. Like,
it was just
that
one this week.
Man, you better get some popcorn or something, bro. You better need to. This is a 7-hour card, bro. Man, that's a.
I mean, I just watched it the other day, so I know. I'm a streamer. That tag match, man. It was some good stuff. There. It was just long as
matches,
hell.
But it wasn't the quality of the year before. You know, it
Seth
fell off
Brock
from the year
good.
before.
And that was quick, actually.
Seth and Brock that opened the show. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it was like what, 6 minutes.
That's all you needed for them with this long ass show.
See, if we could have got the rest of the matches to be that long, oh my goodness. That's 16 matches on that card that you just said, bro. That's too much. That is just overload, bro. Like, golly.
All right,
we all collectively watch a lot of wrestling, but goodness gracious.
Yeah. So, Liz, where you go put it? You go put it.
I'm gonna say okay, because I actually did like some of the stuff out of it. Because like back then, like I was really into like the whole Nice and Buddy Murphy feud, and then also like Kurt Hawkins losing his losing streak. I mean, I remember popping for that.
Winning at home in New York.
Yep. And then
I can give that an okay then. Good. Yeah, I remember that now. Now that you remind me of that, Lizard. Yeah, I give it okay now.
Let's go, baby. We got an okay.
And then the Iconics finally won the tag titles.
I forgot.
And then
I forgot Kurt Hawkins was doing that 2-year losing streak, so that's why I'm like, oh yeah.
And then oh yeah, Baron Corbin retired Kurt Angle. Pretty big moment for him.
Now you about to put it back in meh.
That's something you brought up one time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think you brought that up.
I was trying to defend Corbin for going up against McIntyre earlier tonight.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, and then Demon Finn and Bobby. I like that just because that was the match for like Finn powerbombed Bobby Lashley. And I remember being surprised by that because I was like, dude, Finn is strong as shit.
Bobby Lashley with them damn contacts in his eyes.
But yeah, other than that. Yeah, the
I mean, Samoa Joe destroying Rey Mysterio like that.
I don't even remember
Like
that.
Samoa Joe put on a clinic on his ass.
That's what we had hope for Joe.
Long, man. This is just the show was the show.
Yeah.
The length of the show really killed this. Dope. I don't think you understand. Like this was. I will not dispute with you that this was a good show. Like I'm looking at the same card that you're looking at, but this was too long. 16 matches on one card, 7 hours. That is crazy. That is crazy. And I was burnt out. Like I saw what I needed to do with Kofi Mania, and after that, I had to break this up between 2 nights before they even advertised it the next year. Yeah. I was like, I can't do this. Like this is crazy.
And that's funny because we're about to get into the next one, 36, which end up being 2 nights. And this is the COVID mania because, COVID unfortunately hit and it messed up some stuff. So they had to do what they had to do, and they did it. Kickoff match, Cesaro versus Drew Gulak. Stephanie McMahon comes on TV and talks about, COVID and things like that. The Women's Tag Team Championship match. Alexa and Nikki defeated the Kabuki Warriors. Elias defeated King Corbin. Becky Lynch defeated Shayna Baszler, which the wrong result happened on that, and even Becky wanted to lose that. Sammy defended his IC championship against Daniel Bryan. John Morrison defeated Kofi Kingston and Jimmy Uso in a triple threat ladder match. Kevin Owens defeated Seth Rollins. They had good matches in this empty arena, man. I felt bad for them. Let me say that. Kevin Owens defeated Seth Rollins in a no DQ match. Kevin Owens jumped off the damn WrestleMania sign. Mojo defeated R-Truth for the 24/7 title. I don't know why. Braun Strowman defeated Goldberg. Yeah. Then Undertaker defeated AJ Styles, and that was night 1. So night 2, Liv Morgan defeated Natalya in the kickoff match. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley had a great match for the NXT Women's Championship. I wish they would do that more, but Black and Gold is gone, so whatever. Aleister Black, people forget about this. Aleister Black defeated Bobby Lashley in a one-on-one match. Otis defeated Dolph Ziggler. Edge defeated Randy Orton in the last man standing match. Rob Gronkowski defeated Mojo Rawley. Street Profits defeated Angel Garza and Austin Theory for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Bayley defeated Sasha Banks, Lacey Evans, Naomi, and Tamina for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The Fiend finally got his revenge on John Cena, and that was crazy. Drew McIntyre defeated Brock Lesnar.
Was this Edge Randy Orton match? Was that the greatest match ever?
No,
that was WrestleMania Backlash.
This was a backstage no disqualification cinematic thing they did. Yeah,
because I think Randy ended up winning that one, right? The Backlash match.
Yeah, he won the Backlash match.
Yeah, the Edge won this one.
Cooking Ma, what's good, man? So where do you guys? I rank that considering the circumstances and the matches that we got from that, especially night one. Night 1 was great. I'm putting that as great.
Great?
Yes, considering what they had to deal with last minute, and the Rhea Charlotte match was fire. Edge and Randy Orton was very entertaining. The Boneyard match with Undertaker and AJ was good. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did you not like the see, I'll put it at okay because of how I felt during the time. It was just very weird, and the atmosphere was also very terrible. And seeing Drew McIntyre win was very sad. Seeing him win without no crowd. And they told the people, the wrestlers, they told the wrestlers not to interact with the camera and say stuff to the crowd. But when he won his title, he couldn't even help himself. He's just like, "Thank you guys." He's just like, "This one's for you," and he's saying that to a camera with nobody behind him after he just beat your A player in the business. That was
And the
just
Big
very,
Show. And the Big Show.
and the Big Show, yeah.
Crazy.
And that was just
he had
very
a longer
sad.
match with Big Show than Brock.
And that was just very sad in general. So I felt really bad for him. But other than that, yeah, I would give it just an okay, just because of the atmosphere and stuff like that from that year. And I don't know, like my match of that entire WrestleMania was the Firefly Funhouse match, which doesn't get at all enough shine because of this dumb Boneyard match that I don't hate the Boneyard match because I like the Boneyard match, but I just hate it because it overshadows what I think was the better cinematic match of the weekend. That's the only reason why I don't care for the Boneyard match as much as other people do.
It really wasn't a match because they just talked and did skits the whole time, and then they finally ended up in the ring. And
Okay, so a Boneyard match wasn't really a Boneyard match. It was more like a brawl, like it was like a outside,
But at least they
I don't know,
fought.
fight.
like
Huh?
they fought. At least they
fought?
fought.
Yeah, Cena and what's his name fought. He got laid out at the end of the match.
So the 10 seconds at the end.
So you said they didn't fight. They fought.
It wasn't a fight. He just got laid out.
That's a fight for me.
I mean, it was entertaining, but as far as like physicality, it wasn't even close to which one was better.
I think it was, if that's how you're looking at it in terms of physicality, but I'm looking at it in terms of which one was a better entertaining thing for me. For me, this was just like the Joker getting into the mind of like, it was like watching a comic book come to life in the terms of wrestlers. And I like that way more than, I don't know. This didn't do it for me. I didn't like it.
Yeah, but
and then they tried to call it the greatest match that happened that year. That was the most baffling part for me.
Huh. Yeah, but
I'm just not as big on that match as other people are. That's all.
The triple threat ladder match with Morrison, Kofi, and Jimmy was very entertaining and good. Even though Jimmy got hurt, he still continued on. The women's tag match was better than what people think it is. Cesaro and Drew Gulak was a good match. Again, like a lot of stuff changed. Roman was supposed to be in this event, and he wasn't. All of a sudden, like a lot of stuff changed last minute, and they went right with it, and just they gave us an entertaining show. And considering that that's really all we had at the time, like I appreciate them. I really appreciate them for what they was able to do.
I mean,
at that
I
time.
I'd say it's an
appreciate it
okay
too, but it's
show. I'd say it's an okay show, but it just didn't feel appropriate to me at the time. I didn't.
It was in the
feel like-
That's the thing.
They had the option to push it back a couple of months, wait to see how this thing was going to turn out, and then do a WrestleMania. But McMahon didn't want to wait. He wanted to get it done at the time that he said, and it's just like, I don't know. It kind of felt like right there we saw that the dollar was more than anything
Show
else.
must go on. You know how they
To me, even with that, that's a good point. But to me, even with that, it's just like I said. To me, it was more so the fact that it's just the atmosphere. Like, yeah, they put on a show, the best show that they possibly could, but this was just like the atmosphere wasn't there. It was just very sad. They didn't have any sound effects or anything. It was just you heard everything, and like there's wrestlers that then come out and said like, yeah, like wrestling at this time was really, really hard. Because you have no crowd, so there's no adrenaline. Like you're just going out, you feel everything when we take these moves. Like poor Jimmy got hurt in this ladder match. Great match, but Jimmy got hurt and he was out for a while after that. He hurt his ankle. So it's just like, and he finished the match. So he's feeling all of that when he's playing. Like this, it's just, I don't know. Maybe this was just real different. Like that's why I just said this was okay. It was like, yeah, you had good matches, but it was like, it was just different. Like this didn't feel like a WrestleMania. Like it just felt different.
It felt like at that time, everybody was with their family. Everybody was all locked up. And yet we have these wrestlers out. It just felt weird. I felt like maybe these guys need to be home just like the rest of us were at this time and just take care of yourselves. Don't get it. People were dying at that time. It was weird. We didn't know anything about it. It was crazy. And yet these guys were wrestling in an empty arena. And I don't know. It just didn't feel appropriate. I felt like if they would have waited a couple of months, pushed it back, and then had it, it would have been a lot better than what it was because This was, only they only had a week to prepare for this.
But they even pushing it back. We was without fans for a year and a half. So
Oh yeah,
it
but
wouldn't
they
have
would
mattered.
give them time to make the product look more presentable than just having no music, all this other stuff. Within a couple of months, they taught the wrestlers, we can hear you in the microphones in the ring. Remember, after that, we started hearing the wrestlers talk shit to each other. That WrestleMania, it was just, ooh, ooh. It was just dead silent, just hearing people make grunt noises. A couple months later, we started hearing them talking shit to each other in the ring. We started hearing them do more, like, oh yeah, you think you're top dog? Like they were doing more things to kind of kill that dead air.
Yeah,
But that WrestleMania, it was a lot of dead air. It felt eerie. It felt
Yeah,
weird.
They should have did the plexiglass thing and have the wrestlers come out like they did with Raw and SmackDown later on.
Yeah.
But I mean,
at
like
the
you said,
time-
it,
That's
it
what I'm
was a
saying.
week.
That was only
Yeah,
within a couple of
At the
months
time,
of
it
that
was-
WrestleMania, and they could have waited for something like that to happen. But Vince was just like, "No, we got a deadline. We're gonna meet it." And it's just
I
like,
mean,
bro, within a couple
At the
months, you
time,
could have
at
had
the time, this
music.
WrestleMania was just it was weird. This WrestleMania was just weird.
yeah. I mean, you got to set calendars that they stick to, and they not changing their calendar for nothing. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Because of
Like I
that-
said, I
because
just
of that,
I
we lost
appreciate the
Roman Reigns
effort.
for what, 6-7 months?
I mean, I understand that, but another thing, I just appreciate the effort, especially the time. I think that's when I started streaming, like for real on here and all that. I was getting, good with the community and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I appreciate. I got a different appreciation for that. So, because if it wasn't for that, what was I gonna stream at the time? Like, what was I gonna, get on here? Like, that was my only entertainment. It was no sports and nothing. And that allowed me, was like, hey, I want to sit at home and talk to some wrestling fans. Let me get on Twitch and see what that's about. And I end up meeting all y'all. So
But see, that's what made me feel bad, was the fact that I have friends in the wrestling business, and yet everyone else in the sporting business is getting to sit home with their loved ones and fight this thing, and yet the wrestlers are out there having to work. It was weird.
they could
It
have
was
left.
like they
coulda
were
left.
held to a standard of like they have to be, they got to keep going because Vince told them, this is what we do. But it was just like they could have waited at least a month. I mean, even a month into it. I mean, after a month after WrestleMania, we found out more than we did at the time of WrestleMania. We didn't know shit at the time of WrestleMania about COVID.
I'm gonna keep it as great for personal reasons. Y'all can put it as okay if you want to. That's cool. 37. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we'll keep because we're gonna still need the WrestleMania logo for the
Logo.
next WrestleMania. So I'll
So-
put yours up at great and ours right there. So there you go.
37. The return of the big stadium. Same theme. It was the pirate. They were trying to make up for the previous year. We got fans back. It wasn't the full capacity, but it was great to see a lot of fans back. I loved it. But even when the rain delayed, because we had the stars being able to be themselves doing promos, and they all did a great job. I don't understand why they don't let them do it more. So it had the rain delay, but we had the women's tag team championship match. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, versus Natalya and Tamina, whatever. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. The IC championship match, Big E versus Apollo, the Nigerian drum fight. United States champion, Riddle versus Sheamus. That match was crazy. Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. That was a disappointment in my opinion. The Fiend versus Randy Orton. I like what it could have been. The ending didn't do it for me though. Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. That was fire main event. Bianca Belair versus Sasha for the women's title, SmackDown women's title. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest killed it versus Miz and Morrison. Braun Strowman defeated Shane McMahon in a stupid ass match. AJ Styles and Omos defeated New Day for the Raw Tag Championship. Cesaro defeated Seth Rollins, Natalya, and Tamina. Oh, I'm going backwards. Natalya and Tamina, they won a tag turmoil to earn a women's tag championship match, which we talked about earlier. Bobby Lashley defeated Drew McIntyre. Hulk Hogan got booed. with Titus O'Neil coming out.
Hey, that already makes this goated. Boom, there we
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
All right, yes, sir.
I'm gonna put it as great.
Oh shoot, I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it as great also, just because Apollo finally got his push. I hated the fact that Rhea beat Asuka, but at the same time, she was a young star coming up from NXT, so I can at least appreciate that. We got the stack of Pin moment from Roman, which was dope. That solidified him as a solid Universal Champion, like with his gimmick. I hated the fact that he still had his old thing though, but yeah, Randy versus The Fiend was a disappointment. Natty and Tamina actually losing was a disappointment because I remember the crowd was like really behind Natty and Tamina at the time, and they just didn't capitalize on that, which I didn't get. And then we got that fire match, obviously, with Bianca and Sasha. And we got a fire performance by Bad Bunny, too. Like, because none of us expected him to do any of that shit. And he just exceeded expectations. Yeah. And then Cesaro and Seth was really solid, too. So, yeah, I'm going to put that at. Oh, yeah, Bobby also got his shine, too, against Drew. So, yeah, I'm going to put it at great also.
It was just a feel good moment
but then you
when
had
they
the
all
crowd,
came on the
too.
stage. Like that was a feel good moment, man. So
Yeah, I think so. For everything that I was saying about the year prior's WrestleMania, about how it didn't feel right, it didn't feel like a Mania, like the atmosphere was just weird and stuff like that. This is the exact same reason why I'm putting this at great above that and saying this was awesome. This was a comeback to what I wanted out of a show like this from WWE. The fans were back. You had Vince coming out at the beginning of the show addressing the fans and everything. You don't see Vince at all. You haven't seen him for a while, and he came out and started talking to the crowd. And this just was fantastic. What sucked was that after this show, we went back to having no fans for like another 2-3 months. Before
That's what Ring of Honor did.
Yeah, before we got the what is it called? The fans
Money in
back
the Bank.
in SmackDown. SmackDown.
Oh yeah, SmackDown. Yeah,
We got him at that SmackDown show before Money in the Bank. But yeah, like this was a really, really great show of just hearing the crowds, and it was also like after months and months and months of just the fucking boo and cheer .mp3 fucking sound effects that we were getting. It's like, okay, so are we all on the same page with, character X or character person, like character Y over here? Like, do we all universally like not like this person or that person? And to see like certain reactions that I was just like, oh wow, like the crowd really likes, like Lashley. Like I didn't think that people would be behind Lashley as much as they were. And they wanted him to win in that match. And he actually ended up beating Drew. I was just like, well, damn. I was like, okay, shoot. Like, so, like, I enjoyed this Mania. I really enjoyed this Mania. So I thought it was great. Yeah. Max, what about you?
Oh yeah, I agree. It's a great show. It was a show where it laid out all the new stars. We saw the changing of the guard for a lot of this. We saw that they're officially going to be done with Fiend because we saw the writing on the wall when they officially shit that whole character up right there with the Orton match. We saw, with the main event, Roman stacking bodies. We knew now officially Roman's the man. It was a solid show. The women's matches were all solid. The right people went over. I couldn't complain about some of the matches because it was one of those things where it just made sense. For everybody who wanted the Fiend to beat Randy Orton, it just didn't make sense. It made sense kind of how they set it up, but they never did anything with it. It was just, you could tell that was the only fault in that whole pay-per-view was the Randy Orton Fiend match because nothing ever came of it. Nothing ever came of that shit. It was a cool idea. We all got interested in it to be like, oh shit, what does this mean? What's going to go from here? But I mean, I think they did it for shock purpose because it made no sense,
So
Other than that, it was a great show.
So we did this whole thing, and I guess we didn't think any of them were trash.
It's
But I
like
think
they
we
barely
came to
did enough
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I
Not
think
make
that's
trash.
what we came to the consensus that there was at least one match that saved their cards for
Exactly.
everyone that was that match.
Because
Yeah.
25 really should have been on trash, but if it wasn't for Taker and Michaels,
29 for me is the same. 27 too. Those three specifically, those cards were horrendous. And if it wasn't for one match on either of those cards, then they would have all went right in the garbage can.
man, you know
Oh,
what, bro? Put 25 at trash.
To 25?
Yes,
If we put 25 at trash, we have to put 26.
that's fine.
And listen, if we start this, then this is gonna start a domino effect. So we're gonna have to put a lot down.
Right.
I say if you
All
do
of them.
25, you
Yeah.
gotta do 26. If you do
All right,
26,
well,
you gotta
yeah.
do 29,
Nobody-
30.
25, 26, 27, 29. Like all of those are gonna have to go down here.
Yep.
Okay, well, never mind. So that is our WrestleMania special episode of the Budget Cut Podcast. I was gonna do the standing delivery, but I'm not gonna go there tonight, man. So we'll talk about that sometime during the week on different streams or whatever. Make our predictions about that, or I might. Well, shit, it's in the morning. I was about to say I might do it in the morning, but it's in the morning. So I'm gonna be there. I might do it at the arena, just like real quick with the phone. Hey, let's make our predictions or whatever. We'll see how it go. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Lizzie coming through. Shout out to the people that stayed up late with us. What's funny is off subject. Will Smith just won his first Oscar too.
Damn.
And he got up there and did an acceptance speech. And yeah, they say he apologized, but it's still funny that it
No,
happened.
yeah,
The night he slapped Chris Rock, he also win his first Oscar. So
that's funny as shit.
fantastic.
Will Smith
That is
has
awesome.
had
That is awesome.
Will
bro.
Smith has had a WrestleMania night.
So we
Keep
consider him
my
goated, right?
wife's
Will Smith
name.
got goated.
Yes.
He's goated now, right? We put him in the
Yes, Will
goated
Smith.
category.
How do we do
Will
that? I don't
What
know.
about Jared?
Will Smith.
Category.
He's goated.
That is crazy. I'm gonna have to
Holy
watch
shit.
that shit now, man.
Damn, Trish was gone the whole time.
Huh?
Good lord, bro.
Y'all said Trish was gone the whole time because you talking about the
No, she
show
back
over
now.
damn. Yeah.
Trish, you been gone for damn 2 hours. Like, bye. Get up. Bye. Like, I'm about to block her now. But shout
I
out
mean,
to
we're
everybody.
crazy. In a room full of white people, you just gonna go up there and handle your business like that? You can't do that shit.
He didn't do August Alsina like that though. August Alsina had entanglements and made a song. About
That's
it.
true.
We didn't hear him slapping him. You slap old Chris Rock though. Old funny.
Yeah, he
Chris
slept
Rock.
around 5'1", 100-pound soaking wet Chris Rock.
And walk out like you iRobot again or something. Will. Nah, you ain't fooling nobody. Will do August
He walked
Alsina
away
like
He
that.
was Ali again.
Yeah, do August Alsina like that. Then we talking. But anything y'all want to shout out before we get off?
Nope. Just this week I'll be streaming, but it's gonna be kind of a loose schedule. Because I tried to make a schedule last week and everything went to shit. So this week, it's just gonna be a loose schedule. Gonna be playing some games and stuff like that. And also, so the things that I will tell you is gonna happen this week is that I'm waiting for the Stardom shows to happen. Max, did you want to join me on the Stardom shows whenever those happen? Yeah, because those are two
most
big.
likely.
Okay, cool. So, and I'm gonna talk to Dunk. I already told you I'm gonna talk to you about those. So, we'll be messaging you off stream. So we might have a 3-man booth for both nights of the Stardom World Climax shows, night 1 and night 2. Whenever Rossi decides to grace us and put those on Stardom World, I'm gonna stream those on the other account. And other than that, I'll just probably be streaming my Rise. I'm working on my my universe mode. Has that been fixed? Is that still a problem? Universe
For
mode?
me it is with the like custom stuff.
Because I'm working on like championships and arenas and stuff like that, but I haven't put anything.
The crash
Yeah, the
they did a patch for it. That's what the last patch was for.
Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't really. Okay,
not
no,
all
it
systems,
didn't
though.
really fix.
Damn.
So
All right.
it might work on Xbox. That patch did, but it didn't work for PC or PlayStation, and vice versa. So certain patches that you guys got on, because you gotta understand, I have it on Xbox, you have it on PC, and he has it on PlayStation. So we all have it on different systems. So we're all having different issues. The issues he was talking about, him having crashing, it doesn't work on me like that.
See, Dunk says patch made stuff work better. Oh, I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try and make my universe and see what happens. Worst comes to worst, I just delete it. So
I'm on Xbox too, Dunk. The patch
Oh, are
made. Yeah, I'm on Xbox. Patch made it easier to download stuff, but it also took away a lot of stuff that people didn't notice. Like the Hurt Business theme is gone now. Dijakovic theme is gone now. Who else theme? King Corbin theme is gone
King
now.
Corbin's theme is gone.
And it was somebody else that had a theme. They actually put the D-Generation X theme on there and took it off. So that theme is gone. And then just like doing like belts, titles on you create them and play them on exhibition and all that, but universe mode is a little iffy with the creative stars. It's a little iffy.
Come on.
Like they did a lot of talking about this patch, and it's a lot of shit they listed. And I was like
I told you.
Well,
it's early, still early.
I was gonna say I told Max off stream. I was like, because I'm a huge video game fan, and I told him I was like, when people come out with patches for their video games, they already have the patch notes out and ready for their patches. So it was real weird for WWE to come out with their patch and then just be like, oh yeah, the patch notes aren't ready yet, but we'll have those out later, guys. Don't worry. It's like, what? Okay.
The patch notes came out hours after the patch. And I'm like, what did y'all fix?
Oh, say Dunk's making just a Joshi universe mode. Okay, so you probably don't have too many people downloaded. Okay.
And like I told Dark too, back on 19 when they had the whole custom plate side plate crash that kept happening. If you had a custom side plates on a belt, it'd crash your universe and shit like that. I mean, they had a lot of. You couldn't have a ladder match if you noticed that you had a TLC match and there was no tables on the outside. You had to restart the match because it was glitched. If you had a ladder match and there was no ladder outside the ring, you had to restart the match, otherwise it would crash the game. You know, you had to do a lot of things like that. This was shit that we just learned how to live with for 2 or 3 years and just work around. But I mean, they always kept promising that the patches were going to fix it, and they never fixed it. So I mean, they're going to patch the shit out of this until they can finally just patch it no more, and then we're going to just have to work around shit. So I mean,
I got into it with somebody. I don't even know who the hell he was. Another guy that just saw my tweet and I ain't even following me. I'm like, why am I even going back and forth with you, bro? I'm like, you sound like you getting paid by 2K.
I think
2K doing this and that. I'm like, bro, they had 2.5 years.
What's the name of that dude that works for WWE that always promotes everything that they do? Y'all know who I'm talking about. What's his name?
Garrett?
No. He's not. He's like, he actually works for them, but Ryan Satin. That's it. That's what he reminded me of. Good lord.
Hey, I didn't even pay no attention. I'm like, bro, you sound like you work for them, bro. Well, I give them chance the time. But they had 2.5 years work on this damn game. 2K20 came out in 2K19 in October of 2019. Right. It is 2022. I don't want to hear that shit. Mm-hmm. And a new generation system. Like the stuff that they're having problems with. I don't expect that. Like entrance. You got a problem with leaving my song up on entrance. And then you're deleting songs on accident, not even realize you're deleting songs. Like, no, bro, stuff like that. I don't expect that. If they would have put a war games or something in the game and testing that out, I would have been like, all right, I can understand some issues. You didn't change any matches. What was the point of voting for the matches and shit, all that shit that they did? Having the fans, come tell us what you want. You didn't give a shit. You put a weak ass My GM mode on. That's why I want to go rant today. You put a weak ass My GM mode on there and was like, here's My GM, but that is ass. Honestly, like whatever.
But
man.
I told Dark, the GM mode was ass back in the old days too. Otherwise, why was I having Tori Wilson wrestling Ultimo Dragon as the main event of SmackDown? Oh, because it's a 5-star match. Why were my tag team titles on Hulk Hogan and Victoria? Oh, because they were both 5-star wrestlers. It made no sense. The old GM mode made no sense, and the new GM mode makes no sense.
Right, like Tozawa and Drew McIntyre getting 5-star matches. Like
Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles got 2. I was pissed off.
The same way that the Hurricane was getting 5-star matches back in the old SmackDown versus Raw. How the fuck is Hurricane getting a 5-star match, but I have Hogan versus Rock as the main event, and that's a 4-star on Raw? Come on.
Yeah. So. I mean, other than that, though, the game, they did a great job on the game. The game is fun. It's addicting to play. So I appreciate the effort that they did. The stuff that they did improve, they really improved, and I love it. So it's just certain things, man. It's like, bro, they could be criticized. They had 2.5 years. They could be criticized. So for the people that's like a shield of 2K, I'm like, bro, I've been playing 2K since Dreamcast. I'm a 2K guy. So I played NBA, NFL, all that 2K. When they had college hoops, I played all that shit. I'm a 2K guy. So trust me, I want them to do good. I'm glad they got a extension with WWE. Everybody's talking about, they going to EA? No, they not.
Oh no, they did that as a business. That was a business power play. That's what they did.
Well, good.
Because
I appreciate
the week before they met EA, and then they signed the week after. I said, in business, you do that shit when you want to jack up the price on. They made it look like, oh, we're talking to other people. We got other people that we're talking to. They knew the whole time they were going to sign with 2K, but they wanted to bleed 2K out a little bit more. Like they wanted 2K to sweat, thinking that EA was really going to make their game. When, come on, EA wasn't going to make their game. EA can't even make a goddamn Star Wars game that doesn't, look like shit. Or even their UFC games. Those are glitchy as fuck. You're going to make them make your wrestling game? Fuck no, they weren't. They were doing it as a business play to have 2K sweat. And it worked because they got 2K now for a couple more years.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody that came through tonight. Appreciate that. Appreciate Lizard coming in through the building. Shout out to my guy Darkness as well as always, man. I don't have anything else, so I don't know if you guys have anything else. Y'all good?
Just keep your eyes out starting Thursday, because once starting Thursday, that's when shit might just pop up. I might start streaming shit randomly, because starting Thursday this week, that's when all the indie shit starts up.
Yeah,
and
me and Max also plan on doing something for Ring of Honor, so I'll have that information out later in the week also.
Collective starts Thursday, and it's going to go all the way until Sunday. So, I mean, it's 4 days of just crazy indie shows coming up. So,
I hope to have 2 announcements for you guys this week. 2. I'm just waiting on confirmation emails. That's all I'm waiting on. And that's all I can really say. So yeah, just be expecting that this week as well. One of them is the radio. Go ahead.
Oh wait, yeah, you can go.
Yeah, one of them is the little radio opportunity. We're still waiting. So
Which
either way, I'll let y'all know. I need to win that joint for real. I did my job. I ain't gonna lie. So we'll talk about that later though.
All right, so I wanted to say this. All right, first of all, Trish, appreciate the compliment, but I told Dope I'm not streaming unless he gives me a Ferrari, so I'm still waiting on that in the mail.
Yeah, there you go.
Second, I still didn't get this fucking game, so I'm pissed.
What? Are you goddamn serious? Jesus.
Apparently it's supposed to come Tuesday. That's what they fucking say. But yeah, USPS. If y'all ever lose my package again, I'm gonna personally deliver my foot up y'all ass with overnight shipping. They literally had me waiting on this game like a worried mother who's worried about her kid who didn't come in for the street lights. I'm literally waiting for this game longer than Veer, and it's pissed me the fuck off. So yeah, bring my fucking game.
Bro, what if Veer gets to the WWE before you get your game?
He will.
Oh my god!
If it don't get here Tuesday, I'm convinced that he actually is like dead ass, bro.
That reminds me. Nope, I gotta get your wrestler, and the Dark's gotta make his guy soon, and I know Lizard's gonna make a guy. I gotta start grabbing everybody's shit. All you guys out there in the chat, I gotta start grabbing your shit soon, because
he's gonna be doing
down in the next few months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bet. So,
yeah, my last thing. Can't wait to see Dope during Mania weekend, and isn't Get the Tables gonna be out here too?
Get the Tables and Speeds.
Yep. So can't wait to meet with everybody out here. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be lit.
Your favorite.
Have my title.
Your other favorite is gonna be there too. Apparently, everywhere I say I'm going, he popping his name up. Oh, I'll go see too. I ain't trying to go. So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, but
Shit. Oh, goddamn.
Savage.
But yeah, I'm done. Shout out to y'all, man. Much love to y'all. I hope y'all have a good week. Stay tuned on all of our channels. Make sure you follow Dark. Make sure you follow Max. Make sure you follow myself. Make sure you follow the second page, 55 Dark Avenue for Dark, King Dope K for myself. If I get some time, which I plan on having time, every time I say this shit, something always happens. My computer, I gotta really redo everything. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that tomorrow if I can. Yeah, that just pissed me off. I just thought about that. I have to redo everything, man. My computer did fool me today. Got the internet. Internet finally hidden,
Yeah.
but now the computer is on some bullshit. So, yeah, stay up to date for everybody. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Stay up to date. So if we don't stream, there's a lot of stuff that go on Twitter that we talk about that y'all be missing out on. So much love to y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna end it. What am I gonna end it? What do I have loaded that wasn't deleted? We forgot to talk about Roddy Strong going to UK last week, so I apologize for that.
Yeah.
That was good. Let's do this classic. I haven't played this video in a while. Let's end it with this.
Holy shit!
Round 2.
The hell?
He really just gonna stick his hand in ice cream like that? Okay.
The hell got a pee?
Disrespectful
Holy
bastard.
shit!
Why is this happening?
The hell got a pee?
Disrespectful bastard.
Holy shit!
This is terrible. Good lord. I hate this so
It's a
much.
big ass pizza.
So much.
Oh, excuse me.
The hell?
I'll be right back.
He's
Well, they
going
didn't say
to the
this is those Midnight
bathroom.
chocolate chip ice cream.
What is?
The hell?
Oh my god.
Bro, what are they?
What the fuck is this?
Dog.
What the hell am I
my
watching?
Oh.
What the hell am I
God.
watching?
Did Tony leave?